welcome to episode 139 of the Destiny Digest podcast. My name is Danfinity, and I will be your host this evening. With us tonight on this episode, we have producer Eseipha on the 1's and 2's. How are you?
Hi.
Hey. Good to have you back. We have the multi-hyphenate, Samikat. Samikat, welcome in.
Hello.
Glad to have you.
I'm on cam.
You are. A Dan by any other name is yet a Dan, all the same. Epic Dan 22, welcome back. Glad to have you, buddy.
What an intro.
How are you? And then we have the one, the only, the Star Citizen himself, BonafideHiro. Welcome in.
Hello.
What an entrance. What an entrance, everybody. I'm trying to get better with the intros. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I'm
I
trying.
liked it.
I think it was solid.
I'm trying.
It was a good one. It was a good one.
I didn't write those either. Those all came right off the top of the dome. You know what I mean? Just right up here. I knew all those words by
Up the dome? Like,
yeah,
are you okay?
off the dome. Yep.
Like-
No, I'm not. I'm
No?
gonna have to be checked after
You
this.
see a doctor?
We have quite the episode to get to. That's why we started a little bit early tonight.
Why?
So,
What happened?
Yeah,
Nothing.
I'm not quite sure.
We'll
What happened?
We'll get to
We'll get to that.
Yep. We'll get to it. Let's get into some housekeeping, shall we? You can find us live every Sunday night around 3:30 p.m. Pacific and 6:30 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Destiny Digest. You can ask questions live in the chat that helps us shape the conversation. Episodes go live the next day on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Pocket Casts. And you know what? Like, I hear people really like our YouTube channel, like to the point where we're under 100 follows away from the lowest level of monetization on YouTube.
Do it, guys!
Under 100? Like that's crazy. I've unheard of. You
I
can
think
also
that everybody should go and do that. The follow,
Absolutely.
the subscribe.
Shall we take like a moment right now? Just quiet everyone, tab out,
Mhm.
right? Go
Yep.
go follow.
Or if you're
listening
watching
at later.
currently,
I'll give
Yeah.
a minute.
We'll sit here and wait.
Awkwardly.
I'll sing about it.
Intensely.
You guys should really go to YouTube and subscribe. You really should. It's a good idea.
All
Thanks for
right.
the clip, dude. Clip that voice.
You can help others find the show by rating or reviewing the show on your podcast platform of choice. Anything helps with the algorithm. What's up? How are you guys? It's been a busy week. How's everybody doing? Let's start with Epic Dan.
I'm
Epic
laughing
Dan, you were
so much right now.
Oh yeah,
So I don't cry.
a lot less to clean up.
You gonna cry? Why? What happened?
Epic
Oh,
Dan.
God.
Epic Dan. How have your past couple weeks been?
Yes.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah.
I've been really sick. Don't know. I'm not really sure what it was. Like, I don't want to say it was the flu, but it felt very similar to the flu.
Yeah.
It was like the past week, 2-3 days,
Yeah.
and it was very unfortunate. I was like, okay, I'm finally able to not feel like death.
Mm-hmm.
It's Thursday, and like waking up, I'm able to get up, and then my phone goes off.
Ugh.
Good old Destiny tweet. So I'm like, oh wow, perfect timing.
No.
You knew it was coming.
Yeah.
They waited for me
Feel
to
it.
get better first to finally. It was funny. The last, I don't know, 2.5 months, I've just been saying, Bungie, you need to tell us what's going on.
Something. Anything.
Something.
Mm.
And then they
Mhm.
finally, yeah.
Finally do.
Yeah.
Other than that, pretty decent.
That's good. Bana, you've been playing Star Citizen. What's going on with that?
Yeah, I actually got some I had a quiet week with work, really, which is unheard of in the last 6 months. So, yeah, jumped into Star Citizen. They had their new patch almost 2 weeks ago now, and yeah, it's fun because there was big wipes, and now we got to get all our rep back and all our money back and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's
Heck
good.
yeah.
Building it all back up.
Sammy, what about you, buddy?
So besides crying,
Yeah.
pretty much, which was my IRL activity of the week. I did a little bit of Poketopia, not as much. Here's the update on that. I have not gotten much drama at all, which is excellent. I know. We're doing pretty good. I decided that it was finally time to move the dragons, the Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite, over to my main area. And I made the coolest house for them. Oh my god, it's so cool. It's up on this hill overlooking the ocean. Everything definitely worth it. It took a little while. There was no drama. Okay, at first we did have a little misunderstanding here. Dragonite, who's a little aloof, who's a little bit like just all Dragonite-y, right? So Dragonite
no
was
drama,
like,
but drama.
No, it's more of a misunderstanding. So Dragonite's like, this place is nice. And Dragonair was all like, this place is awesome! And then Dragonite's like flying around outside and everything. And it's like, I could really use a toy to play with. And I'm like, oh, I got you something. And then it was like, what did you get me? Oh, the shower? And the shower, which is like right there. It's like one of the centerpieces. It's in the living room. You can't miss it at all. Dragonite flies inside the house and it's like, oh my God. And then it plays with it. And then like an hour later, I'm like, how's your comfort level? And Dragonite's like, awesome. It's in a shower. And I'm like, you didn't even look at your house when you moved in. You aloof, big orange dragon. I love Dragonite so much, but sometimes Dragonite just doesn't think. So there wasn't any drama, but sometimes, I swear.
Yeah. My favorite thing about this is that you got so excited about it that your mic clipped so hard that it just stopped working.
I'm
Didn't
sorry.
always get kicked in.
I apologize. So there wasn't any drama, but I'm just really excited that they're happy.
That's good. Eseipha, what have you been up to? What have you been playing?
Well, Diablo. Went back to Diablo 4, new expansion drop, and then there's no real new season for now. It's mainly just like, hey, we made a bunch of changes. We reworked a bunch of stuff. So we're gonna give you like 2 months-ish, less than 2 months to kind of get used to that, and then we're going to drop you into the next part of the story. They did have like a story expansion stuff, but no season stuff, which actually I'm not mad about. I'm like, hey, thank you. I get to do the story, then I get to learn new mechanics and new systems and whatever, and then you're going to continue the story. This is nice. I'm actually not mad about that. So far I'm liking it. I'm liking a lot of the changes they made. Some of them are just going back to like D3 stuff that people have been asking about for a while. But a lot of them are just really nice. And then they also added fishing in Diablo.
You were mentioning that earlier, that it was very much the same.
It's very similar to me, at least. For me, it's very similar to Destiny fishing, but a little bit better. And I do say a little bit because there's not much, in my opinion, you can do with fishing in Diablo. It's hey, I've got time to waste. I'm waiting for somebody to log on. Or, hey, I just want to be in the game and just mess around. I'm just going to go fish. So it's cool. It's a nice little thing. And it's just a added, I'm going to waste my time doing this and just have fun with it.
Right.
So, yeah, a lot of Diablo. Other than that, is just reading a lot. So that's pretty much it.
What you reading?
I finished 2 books this week. One was like urban fantasy that I enjoyed, but it was good.
That's like one more than I've ever read.
That was a good one. And then the second one actually took me by surprise, but I loved it. It was kind of just all twists and turns, and then everything I expected just went the complete opposite, but in a really good way. And that one was Starside. And it was, I heard that it was good. But I was very, very pleasantly surprised by it. Really enjoyed that book.
Can I just take an aside real quick? I'm so sorry. Do you guys know what a trad wife is?
Yes.
Traditional
Why
wife?
are we talking about that?
Yeah,
because I learned what that is, and I read this one book.
I've seen a few videos.
Called Yesteryear. Well, I didn't read it. I listened to it.
It's cheating.
Yeah. Basically about this trad wife influencer, who ends up going back in time. She wakes up one morning
they're
and
making a movie about
Anne
it.
Hathaway bought the
Yeah.
rights to the movie. Before it even became big. So I don't know why I decided to listen to it. It was really interesting. But I learned all this stuff about trad wives, and it's very interesting. It's very interesting.
Oh man.
Got any interest in trad wives, Epic Dan?
No.
No.
I mean, we've all
Not
seen The
interesting.
Housemaid's Tale here, right?
There's a
Not
couple.
interesting.
Yeah.
Like that's what we've
Like-
seen.
What?
We've seen The Housemaid's Tale here, right?
Every
Yeah,
time I think of
yeah.
trad
The
wife, I
ha-
think of
housemaid-
that
the
one content
Handmaid's
creator.
Tale?
Handmaid's Tale, not The Housemaid's. Well, The
Is that
Is that
Housemaid's
the
Tale
one
is a
where
little bit
she
different.
is that the one where she gets like stuck in like the attic?
No, it's
No.
Is Sydney
fucking-
Sweeney?
No. It's
No,
Alright.
you're
I've
thinking.
I've watched
of the,
for like
Yeah.
20
You're
minutes.
thinking of the housemaid. That's a
You're
totally.
thinking
Right,
Oh,
okay. No, I
Handmaid-
watched like 20 minutes of that last year and I was
That
like, what the
movie- that
fuck
movie
is
is
Let
Jenny-
me
this?
just tell you guys this.
Yeah, I
Handmaid's
turned
it off.
Tale is probably one of my top 5 shows. It's my
Yeah.
absolute favorite book ever.
is
And I'm currently on season 3, episode 6, rewatching it. So
Ma- Madalat is asking in the chat, is this a term that we can Google at work? Is trad wife a term that we can Google at
I'd
work?
risk it, but I'm
I'm-
self-employed and at home.
I'm sure you could. I wouldn't.
Depending
I
on
don't-
where you work.
Yeah,
They're the
depending on where you
ones
work.
that,
What industry
like,
particularly?
they're the
He's a
ones
government
that
contractor.
really are trying to get out there that you should drink raw milk.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of hokum if you
Um,
ask me. Whole bunch of hokum.
But I didn't
There's
know
a
that
lot of
that's what that was a term. I didn't understand that was a term.
I think there's a scary movie coming out called Hokum.
There is. There is.
It's
There's a couple of
Irish.
content
Okay.
creators who do all of the stuff that is trad wife stuff, and it's very interesting.
Yeah.
If you are interested, it
I'm
is.
Just to
I think
backtrack,
it's
does
interesting
trad
from,
wife
like-
mean traditional wife?
Yes,
Yes.
it does. It does.
Okay,
That's
cool.
legitimately
It
that
is-
is straightforward what it means.
Yes.
So what does drinking raw milk have to do with a traditional wife?
It's a
because-
whole lot.
Look, man.
Yeah,
Look, man.
It's a lot.
it's back on
They're
the
out there
If we, didn't,
homestead.
if we didn't have a very long episode to go through,
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
it's like
not-
churning your butter and shit.
It's very
Let's
clear
not-
that everybody
Yeah.
here is trying to avoid the subject of what this episode's about. It's very
No,
clear.
actually,
You're-
wanna
you're
talk
thinking
about
very-
it,
You're
but-
thinking very
We're-
like.
We're trying to
surface
delay
level.
the inevitable.
Trad wife is much more than churning butter. It's a
No, that's the
Yeah.
Amish.
Let's not
Anyways,
go
all right.
into that.
I
All
was
right.
just wondering if you knew what it was. That was the only question
Yes.
I had.
Yes, we know what it is. All right. So this week, I played a little bit of Destiny this week. I was like, well, I got nothing really to do on Tuesday. So I was like, I'll just hop in and I'll start grinding out some levels for Guardian rank, because why not? I only have a couple weeks, right? Until I get the new ones. And then the news on Thursday hit.
Are they going to reset light level?
oh.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
buddy.
Wow.
Should
And then
we reset anything at this point?
then Thursday hit, got all the news, hopped on stream, talked about it a little bit with my community, played some Saros.
Did
I
you beat that yet?
haven't beat it yet. No, I got past the boss. So there's this huge flying boss.
Mm.
There's this huge flying boss called the Architect, and
Good
yeah, it's fantastic. That entire boss encounter is just very well designed from front to back. I know my tone of voice might lead some to think that there's some sarcasm there. There's not. It's just really well designed from front to back. Really good boss. It's bullet hell is all hell, and yeah, I really enjoyed my time with that one. So I ended up beating that on Thursday, and then just kind of moping around the house, just kind of staring out windows. I stubbed my toe and I was like, I feel nothing, so it's fine.
No.
So yeah, it's been a week.
Been a week.
It's been a
Yeah.
week within the
I
past
just
few days.
imagine Dan, that window behind you, curtains open, it's like raining, drizzling, water running down. You're just
Yeah.
there. Some sort
I'm
of
just-
emo music playing.
I'm just looking outside. I've got my hands clasped behind my back, just looking outside. just
God.
contemplating the future.
That's the word, isn't it? Contemplating.
Yep, contemplating the
everything.
future.
Yep.
I've also been rewatching Psych Odyssey because I need something to comfort me. But anyways, yeah. So that's
I've been
all.
watching Handmaid's Tale so that I can feel something else.
So the trad wives and that.
All the
quite a
Trad wife
choice.
stuff. It's all the Trad wife
That's the
stuff.
I've been-
choice.
I've been watching Handmaid's Tale and reading the news so I can feel something worse.
Yep. Unfortunately. So let's get into it, shall we? We have Destiny 2 news in the hopper. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Found out a lot of information this week actually about Destiny 2, its future, and what's going on over at Bungie from a couple of different articles. First things, I mean, the cat's out of the bag. Destiny 2 isn't going to be receiving any more future development post June 9th, at least as far as we know. How does everybody on the panel feel about this?
Very sad about it.
Yeah.
Genuinely heartbroken in some way. I mean, like I haven't played the game in a while, but in my head I was like, oh, maybe, things will again, it was like a big maybe, but hey, maybe like it'll get better. We'll get some more stuff at some point. They're focusing on Marathon right now and like no hate to Marathon. I don't play it. I genuinely just have kind of no feelings towards that game other than people seem to enjoy it. And that makes me happy for them. But I was hoping like, hey, they're going to focus on that for a little bit and then they'll, give us some stuff and then we'll see how it goes. And then it's like, nope, doors being closed. That's it. And I have way more thoughts about the updates that they're making, but I'm not going to go into that right now. We can talk about that later.
Yeah. We'll touch on that when we read through the articles and stuff. Yeah. Samikat, where were you? What were you thinking when you saw the news?
Well, this is quite funny. Absolutely pure divine comedy. I was on my 5-minute walk home from therapy.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh boy.
when I read in the Creator Hub the announcement saying, we know you probably all saw the article. Here's the fate of the Creator Hub.
Mhm. That was my first thing that told me to,
That
and I
was
was
the
like,
first thing, and I was like, and I stopped there in the middle of the fucking sidewalk on the way home from therapy, read it, and started bawling.
yeah.
So, bad timing, I guess.
What's the word to use
So-
there? Like you've just come from a place that you could have done with going to after
Irony.
this news.
Yeah.
Is
Irony.
It's irony.
Irony the
Irony.
yeah, okay.
It's
So
irony.
Irony
I
is
use
the best
irony
thing.
wrong all the time, and I'm just like, that's ironic.
This is irony to me, at least. Like, just
No, it's
pure
definitely-
irony.
It's comedy, really is.
Yeah.
So what
It's
it
irony.
is.
Yeah, it's
comedy.
comedic irony at this point. Oh my god, poor you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Moment I walked out, turned off Do Not Disturb,
Mhm.
saw the notification, read it, and it's a pretty busy street. Getting across the
Yeah.
intersection was not fun. Yeah. So that's when I found out, and I felt a lot of emotions, and I think I started crying before I started crying before I got even probably a third of the way through the article.
Mhm.
And I don't think I understood why. I mean, it was very, very visceral.
Mhm.
It was. I'll be real, and I'll be vulnerable during this podcast. Just so you guys know, the last time I was confused because it hurt as bad as when I found out my husband was leaving me.
Oh wow.
And
That's
I
fair.
did not understand that
Mhm.
at all. And then later in the day, it hurt as bad as when I lost my cat in 2020, and I did not understand that either. And it's different because we all have our well, it's like content creation is my only income, so that's part of it. I'm not a variety streamer.
Yeah.
But I did not expect that feeling. So that is how hard it hit me at first. So
That's tough.
If you feel like, oh, this is something where I'm being over dramatic, no. It felt like my partner of 15, 16 years leaving me with nothing. That's what it felt like for me. So don't feel like you're overreacting if that's what you feel at all.
I saw a tweet. I can't remember who it was, but somebody was saying like the feelings, like whatever you're feeling about the loss of a third space, because that's what Destiny was for a lot of people, right? It was a third
was
space.
Stallion.
Goth. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And his tweet was just so perfect. He's like, they're valid. Like whatever you're feeling and so on and so forth. Like it's been a place for so many people for so long that like don't feel bad about it and like live
trauma,
your feelings.
it's grief.
Type of thing. It is like it's one of those things that's very difficult to kind of, and like people that do not play video games don't really get at, and even some gamers that are not invested in this type of game, I would say, because not every game has this feeling. I will say this. If they've never experienced something like that, it's hard to explain. Like I said it earlier, I opened Twitter. I never go on Twitter. I opened Twitter today and like reading all the comments and all the tweets by everybody put me in my feels like crazy. Like I was so sad. I was even like the news hit me hard this week, but then the tweets of everybody going down memory lane and talking about their experience in Destiny and what Destiny brought to them, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Genuinely heartbreaking. So yeah, I fully understand what you're saying, and you're completely right. It's a very difficult thing to live through. It's grief.
One of the threads that is like going around that's really putting people in like the feels is like, oh, this is, what, if Destiny didn't happen, this is what wouldn't have happened.
Dude, I wouldn't have met my partner.
Exactly.
Genuinely.
And that's a story for so many people, right? They wouldn't have met, a partner. Some people are like, I wouldn't have gotten into the work I did.
Exactly.
We wouldn't be here right now. Dan wouldn't be doing the stuff he's doing. I wouldn't be doing the stuff I'm doing.
So many people
there was
wouldn't be friends.
Exactly. I wouldn't have met two different people that are we now are professionally entangled together. Right? So where my life would be without this game and what it sort of led on to is so much more than anyone else can like comprehend.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, like I said this on Thursday. I'm not going to break down crying when I say it this time. But like,
do it, pussy.
My experience with Destiny, like I wouldn't have gotten really into content creation at all. Like had Destiny not come around, because that I wouldn't have met like the incredible like folks that have been in my community now for years and years. Like Blackzard in chat just came in today, and it's like 3 years that I've known that person, and every interaction's been perfect, like been perfectly fine. They're local, so I've seen them occasionally in person. I've gotten to meet every single person except for Eseipha here in real life. And
get
like
called out,
and give you hugs and shit, and like and have a beer or two, and enjoy my time with you guys outside of just the 4 panels that are on this podcast right now, And I wouldn't have had, my life wouldn't have been enriched in that way of knowing and making these friendships without this stupid little game that we like, in which we take down cosmic gods. And like that hit me pretty hard on Thursday. For me, it was like I saw this. I also saw the creator post or the creator Discord thing, and I was like, man, that's super weird. Wonder what's happening. I read the post, and I just kind of felt numb the rest of the day because I was at work. Like I was just like, well, I gotta fucking work through this now. And everything didn't come out until after I started streaming. And like that was like, even when I came home, Jenny was like, "You're really quiet. What's going on?" And I was like, "Well, this thing happened. I don't know what it means, and I don't know what it means for like what I make. I don't know what it means for my channel." Like, all I was thinking back to was like back in the Planet Destiny days, when I was working on that kind of just got yanked out from underneath you, or from underneath us. Like, we didn't really know that was coming to an end, and then all of a sudden we had like a few more episodes to do, and then that was it. And so, yeah, just really weird feelings about that. I've got some thoughts that I'll share later when we get into blog articles and everything. But yeah, Epic Dan, what about you, dude?
I'm kind of envious. Sorry, to
go ahead.
I'm kind of envious. I haven't had that moment of like able to like release those sort of feelings, you know, what I mean, properly. I've been so busy, since Thursday, but it's like,
it'll hit you. Trust me. I was the same.
It hasn't hit me yet. I've just been kind of like numb, and then like those moments where I can kind of catch myself where I'm not occupied or doing anything, I'm kind of like, oh,
yep,
I'm in a funk.
I'm
in a funk. I know what it's from, but I don't know what to do. So
all I can say is that I know you've experienced grief before, and and if you don't mind, I want to get to this in just a moment, the topic of grief. But feel it when you do, because I know a lot of people try and repress it because it's just a game. But your brain processes, like, this is actually scientific, neurological. Your brain processes a loss like this, similar to what it would a death or a separation or something like that. So that's why it hurts. It is grief. It is a trauma. So anyone listening, just be aware, like, you need to grieve it. It's not just some silly IP. It is something where it's gonna hurt and it sucks. And you can't get away from it. You can't run from it. No matter what you do, it is grief. So don't feel ashamed by it. And one thing I wanted to mention that's been really hard, at least for me, in regards to this, is seeing there's a lot of people on Twitter that don't understand why they're feeling this way. And there's a lot of people on social media who are ashamed of how they're feeling. There are a lot of people lashing out at people who are feeling. And I think a lot of that is that, and people are questioning, what is this feeling? Why does it hurt so much? And I know there's a lot of people who have not experienced grief before. This is a very, very real thing. This is very, very real. They've never had a situation where they've experienced the death of someone or something. They've never experienced a breakup. They've never experienced something so traumatic and hard. And a lot of people are like, Destiny was my childhood. Why does this hurt so much? Like, I need to grow up. Things like that. It's grief. And if you've never experienced grief before, know it is okay to feel this way. It is okay to ask for help. It is a very painful thing to go through. And you're not alone. There's nothing wrong with you. Please don't feel like you have to hide what you're feeling. It is grief.
Grief is part of growing up too. Like, just have that. It hits. And it doesn't get easier as you get older. Epic Dan, what were you thinking, dude?
So much. I mean, I think what's unfortunate for me personally is that whether it was subconscious or not, I kind of had already come to terms of the possibility to go. and I've talked about it a lot the past 6 months on the episode on the podcast on multiple episodes, that I've played Destiny like most of us since 2014. I've been covering it as a content creator for 12 years. Now, I didn't start content creation in Destiny. I had been doing content creation for about a year for Destiny, but I've been covering it for a long time. And I've gone through all the ups and downs. And I kept harping on, for some reason, this one felt different. This down felt different. And I couldn't understand why.
Yeah.
Because all of y'all would constantly tell me, and people in comments would tell me, we got XYZ coming. Why are you saying that this might be the end? And I was like, I don't know. This feels like it, until they tell me, it feels different. And I couldn't understand why.
Different. Yeah.
I went through Warmind. I went through Curse for Cyrus. I went through whatever downtime you thought that the game was going to die. Whatever make or break. I've seen them all. And that's not a glow. I'm just saying, I've seen all of them, and I've seen Bungie always come back from them. But I don't know. Like, so I remember when I first read it, I was like, huh. And then I went through and I read the entire thing again, because maybe I just didn't comprehend some of this stuff. And I was like, no, what I'm reading is, after your knife, this is it. And then I sat there. I remember I was sitting there, and I was like, okay. But I think for me personally, the sadness that I personally get is for the communities that we are about to lose.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that is that is the strongest thing that I'm going to be upset about losing. Are the interpersonal communities you get with just not so much being a content creator, but being a member of a gaming community. And I told my community this the other day. I remember when I was playing through Halo Reach, and I remember getting to the end of Halo Reach. I already knew this was their last Bungie game. I already knew that. And I remember getting to the end of the game when you have to do the survive as recon. And right after you do all that, you see the final helmet, and then nothing pops up for like 10 seconds, and then just a big thank you letter comes up on the screen talking about how this is the end of their journey. I can't remember the terminology, but basically this was the end of our journey with this game. Hopefully you'll follow us with whatever we make in the future. And I felt a very similar thing reading this article as I did 2011, whenever 2010, when Halo Reach came out. I felt very similar to that something that I had spent so much of my life being connected to. Like, before Destiny, I was probably like most connected to just Halo. That was just what I was. I played a lot of other games, but I was Halo. I would do whatever I had to do to play Halo. Then that got replaced for the most part with Destiny. But unlike that time, I don't personally feel like I have a easy onboarding for another game that I know is going to connect with me same like time frame. And I love Marathon, but I don't personally feel like that game as of right now is
your everything
is
game?
going to be that one for me, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm personally fine with that. I'm not
It's not that game to make you it's not that game to make you stay up all night with your friends. It is for some people, but for like as a sort of community and getting everyone involved and sharing stuff together, it's very much you and your team only. It's not to bring in a community and share stuff among each other.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Yeah. So like that is one thing that I felt was like, it felt like I was 21 again, ending a relationship with a game that I had been playing pretty exclusively. And you know, this was my life from 2000 to 2010. For all my formative years, it was me and Halo. And then from 2011, 2012, to now has been, while it has been a bunch of other games, it's been Destiny for the most part. So like that kind of thing is very, 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 very tough to let go. And that's kind of how mostly what I've gone through. And I don't know. I understand how to deal with it because I've gone through it already. But it doesn't mean that I want to go through it. You know, like just because I've gone through it, I know what to expect. Doesn't mean I want to have to go through it again.
Right.
And I think me and my community were talking about, and we all kind of came to the conclusion that I knew that Destiny was going to end. Like, I'm not crazy. I knew it was going to end. But I didn't, I felt like I had more time. You know? I knew like I think a lot of us were like, maybe I got like 2 more years, 2-3 more years before, you know, they close the door. And the difference in what I was hoping for, especially with all the news coming out, is that the only solace I might have is that, okay, well, maybe D2 is done, but I know somewhere down the pipeline, 4 or 5 years, that addiction, that connection, that third home, that third space, that familiarity would come back with a D3. And knowing that that was a probability multiple times over the past 5 years, and it has been denied every single time, and it's basically a shut door, which means that my third space is shut for the foreseeable future, unless, you know, some guardian angel comes down and puts it into another studio. You know, all those kind of things that I would hope for, that like maybe somewhere down the line, you know, we got a D3. But knowing that's not going to happen means that after June 9th, you're pretty much at the end of your rope as far as the level of engagement that we already have with this community. And then we're going to start seeing, which we already have, just communities slowly like dispersing. And that's probably more difficult for me than the game closing personally. It's seeing communities that have rallied together in the arts, in the music, and just all the spaces we see from PvP to PvE, from challenge communities, from just casual, all of the communities that we have gotten accustomed to are all being told to go play somewhere else.
Right.
And that's pretty tough to have to deal with. And I can't really say much else because I think everyone else has already done such a great job saying a lot of stuff that I probably would not have been able to say as eloquently. Because, like, grief is such a tough thing. There's no wrong way to grieve, which I think that's one thing I saw is some people not knowing how to grieve or thinking just because I'm not crying doesn't mean I'm not grieving, you know? Just because I'm not showing a visual expression doesn't mean my heart is not hurting just as much as someone else. Or just because I am doesn't mean it is, you know, that my feelings are more valid than someone who isn't showing that. Like, we're all grieving, and we're gonna all be grieving for a long time of what could have been and what honestly should have been. It's really tough.
Agreed.
It's gonna be tough for a long time.
I don't think a lot of people. Well, one thing I find really interesting is that you see overwhelming amount of love right now for each other, for the community, for the game. And a lot of people who left, and a lot of people even who said dead game, blaming Bungie, like, are coming back, and people are like, oh, your tune has changed, this and that. Oh, you do actually. Beyond all of that, I think once the development, so the game isn't dead. I think everyone should note the game is not dead. It is not a dead game right now. Development is what has died. It is the future of Destiny 2 that has died, not Destiny 2 in general right now. So I think that's important. We are getting a massive content drop, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But I think that the actual idea of the term dead game has hit a whole new meaning when it comes to Destiny 2. And I think that is what shocked a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't think people really understood how monumental that idea of a dead game actually is and how finite it is.
I had I had somebody come into my chat today. I was still doing PvE helps, and I had somebody being like, "Why stream dead game?" And I was like,
God.
"Why chat dead game?
People
What
were
are you talking about?"
streaming Anthem until the servers went down. People were streaming. What was that game?
Yeah.
Lost Ark or New World, whatever the Amazon game.
Yeah.
People gonna play games,
Yeah.
whether or not it doesn't have to be Fortnite Steam charts. 1 million, and no one cares about that. No one that actually plays video games cares about that.
Yeah.
And I'm really pissed off about how many people validate what is worthy in a game because
Of how many
a
other
billion
people
are playing it. You know, it's such a dumb take, and it's like I understand the capitalism behind it because I've been seeing it. I tweeted, I was like, I don't understand why. We've had multiple expansions because the news came out, and obviously because of that, a lot of the senior devs came they did interviews and telling stories about when they tried to pitch D3, when they tried to pitch this,
Robert Brooks.
this.
Robert Brooks has been
and they were
all over
constantly
that.
denied. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Nice.
I was
I
like,
love that.
Forsaken is considered the peak of Destiny's entire life, D1 and D2. And the community absolutely praises it that is the pinnacle of the Destiny experience, but the higher ups hated it and said it was a failure. Same thing happens for Final Shape. People thought Final Shape was splendid as far as the community and reception, all these high scores, all that stuff is really, really good. But because, it didn't make $1 bazillion, it's a failure. I understand capitalism, but we're in such an odd state. And I remember talking about this with my community a while back because I was talking about cinema and we were talking about Marvel, which is just a different art.
Yeah.
But still how I remember seeing you had the indie stuff, you had the big AAA blockbusters, but you also had that mid-level stuff that could survive.
Right, yeah.
And how that started to die out. You either had an indie movie or you had to have a big budget Dune Marvel level movie, and you couldn't make anything in that mid-level that didn't cost a whole lot, but it wasn't an indie level, but it also wasn't going to be rolling in the bucks every week. And I feel like Destiny and a lot of those games that lived in that non-Fortnite but non indie game, I just say Balatro, where you have one guy making the game.
Yeah.
You have a lot of games that really live in that, and if they aren't somehow pulling in Fortnite level money, it's a failure. And I'm like, it's such an odd thing because I don't know when we got so greedy that we needed to basically make every game, no matter what, survive under Fortnite level of money. And it's just such an odd thing that we've come to this conclusion because it just tells me that more games are going to suffer this same fate if it's going to constantly just be told, well, Call of Duty just made another 1 billion off of a rehashed game. Why can't you do that? It's it's such an odd thing that we've come this far. But we just gotta stop worrying about these Steam chart numbers because it's so annoying.
It doesn't.
I don't know what we're gonna do. Yeah, it doesn't do anybody any good at all.
It's capitalism that's gonna I don't know if you guys remember. It wasn't
It's
super
late
popular.
stage capitalism.
Yeah, but
next.
people, it's kind of, to me, what kind of started to, when I started to hear this, it was around the time of it was with Blizzard. That's where it started, where you were like, oh yeah, finance bros are kind of calling the shots in the gaming industry instead of like gamers who became game devs, who became like people that made games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like at the core of Blizzard, when Blizzard started, it was gamers that wanted to make games that they liked. And it started to grow with this. And then they started to make a bunch of different games. And you could feel that love of gaming where those games were amazing. Not for everybody. Not every game should be for everybody. But these games filled gaps, or they created these kind of experience for people, and people would love to play these games. And it would kind of get this like snowball effect in different games and so on and so forth. And then because in the very beginning, people did not take gaming seriously at all, right? Oh, it's a hobby, it's for kids, blah, 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 blah. But then when gaming started to make money, because of course it did, because more and more people would start to get into that, then like the finance people, quote unquote, I'm saying that it's a very broad term. It's not just finance people, but people saw like, oh, it's starting to make money. And then they wanted that money. They wanted to get into that because they wanted that money. And then slowly over time, instead of being about making games that people enjoy, and I think like a lot of studios got hit by that. Not just Blizzard, not just Bungie, not just Activision. Like a bunch of studios got hit by that, where they were like, it's not just about making games that people will enjoy, because as gamers, we will enjoy these games. So that's why we're making these games.
Mm-hmm.
We're making games for people to love and enjoy and have fun with. It's about making money.
Right.
And once you turn your kind of objective or your goal from being passion to making money, it kills everything. And the gamers start to feel it.
Well,
and it starts to become a problem.
You also have the problem of everything must go up. And
that's also another thing.
Yeah.
Every CEO, everybody who leads a studio during the pandemic got,
oh God, that was awful. Yeah.
They all got a lot of money because like they had
that's still crazy, man.
Yeah, like they got so much money. So much money was flooded into the system because you had a captive audience.
Everybody was home.
Everybody was home.
Yeah, everybody
was home. And
they needed something to do.
And so
they'd never worked it out that this wouldn't last.
Yeah.
They never planned for that.
They inflated everything past everything that they could to get the maximum amount out of it.
Like the new norm.
And they thought it was the new norm, and then everybody went home, and then stuff doesn't last like that forever. And so they started being like, oh well, now I have to let people go. Oh man.
I don't have the numbers.
And
we don't have the same numbers.
We're not constantly hitting new benchmarks. We're not constantly hitting new benchmarks. So of course we can't keep this X amount of our staff. You know what I mean? Like, and just there was a lot of greed. There was a lot of bad decisions made. Look at Embracer Group, dude. Embracer went and they grabbed so many studios, expecting them to make games within like the next year, the next 2 years. And then how many of those did they shutter?
All of them?
So many. I think the only thing Embracer owns right now is like the Lord of the Rings stuff, which they're putting out a new RPG for that. You also have, I think they also own. Do they own Tomb Raider stuff? They own something else that's pretty large, but they don't own as many studios as they once did. Borderlands got out of that, like entirely. It's just so frustrating to see this system.
It's because they saw the numbers. So that's a thing, right? Yeah, COVID happened, the pandemic happened, people were home, people had quote unquote nothing to do. This is a very broad term, but people were kind of have way more time, free time, and they were like, oh, what am I going to do in my free time? And then some people that mainly never played video games before started to play video games. People that already played video games just played more video games. But then they never, and so numbers grew. Numbers went exponential, literally exponential.
Yep.
Numbers that had never been seen before in the gaming industry and in a lot of industry in general. And it's also one of the things because like you couldn't go see movies anymore. You couldn't go out and eat that much. You couldn't do shit. You had to stay home. But one of the things you can do that is still a social thing for a lot of games is
connecting.
Gaming. You can connect with people through games in a very safe way, in a very quote unquote easy way. And then, like numbers went up and up and up and they never went down for a really long time.
And they expected them to stay that inflated.
Exactly, because instead of saying like, hey, this is a one-off, right? However long this thing is gonna last, this is a one-off. We should, instead of thinking like Norway with their like, petrol off the freaking coast where they're like, hey, we're gonna make a fund for generation. They went like a lot of other countries where they were like, oh, that money, we're just gonna put it everywhere and just gonna invest because we're gonna keep this going. But it's a momentum that's a one-off of a thing that might never happen again. It might happen again. Who knows? But
we don't. Well,
instead of treating it as a one thing, like, hey, this is a one-off. Let's take that money. Let's be smart about it. Let's kind of treat these numbers as, hey, this is not normal, but we'll work with it. And then let's compare numbers from before this, and let's work with like before numbers. They were like, no, we need to keep making the same numbers, which is it's impossible. It's impossible. And then they went in with so much money, bought so many companies, they went crazy with it. And then it stopped because people went back to work. People went back to quote unquote normal life. And it was never sustainable, but they went in with the idea that it was. And now they're kind of like, oh, well, we don't have money anymore. It's like, what did you do with your money, dude? Like, why did you go insane instead of thinking like, hey, this is not normal. Let's treat it as a not normal thing. It's insane when you think about it. And that's the whole gaming industry.
There's a comment on a video that we put out a couple weeks back where this guy was like, not everybody's good at their job, dude. Like in reference to like layoffs and shit. And I personally, fuck you. Like, how would you take that personally?
They must have be good at their job.
They're like, yeah, man. I don't know. It's like that. Just taking out the context entirely of like everything that has been going on in the games industry for the past decade. There's a whole website dedicated to all of the layoffs that have happened since like 2018, 2019, and how many jobs have been lost from the games industry. It is shedding talent.
It's crazy.
It is shedding talent at a monumental rate.
And then a bunch of people just aren't coming back to games.
Yeah. No, They have to find jobs somewhere else. Shall we read the TWID? Real quick. All right. Okay. So this is the TWID for this week, in which we find out information about everything coming on June 9th. Or, well, a lot of things coming in June 9th. So we're just going to read this section by section. We'll react to it as each section ends. Sound good?
Well, let me get my tissues. I'll be right back.
What did she say? Is there something sad in it?
Oh, God, Bona.
We'll find out.
I'm good.
Bona only knows those as
break.
happy tissues. All right, so Destiny 2, every end is a new beginning.
I got sad tissues.
I just realized what you said. Oh my God.
I don't think you know what that actually means, Dan.
No, I know. For almost 12 years,
man.
We've had the joy and honor to explore the Destiny universe with you all. Through all the ups and downs, surprises and triumphs, building Destiny alongside our players has been a monumental privilege. While our love for Destiny 2 has not changed, it has become clear that after the final shape, we have reached the time of our shared worlds and Destiny to live beyond Destiny 2. As our focus turns towards a new beginning for Bungie, we will begin work incubating our next games. To that end, on June 9th, 2026, we will release the final live service content update for Destiny 2 to begin that new journey as a studio. Though active development may be concluding, we will ensure that Destiny 2 remains playable, just as the original Destiny is today. Many changes in the final update will aim to ensure that Destiny 2 is a welcoming place for players to return to. We're proud of Destiny 2, the places it took us, and the legacy that it has created. Because of you all, our universe is vast, built on years of shared stories, adventures, and victories. From the Cosmodrome to the Pale Heart to the Lawless Frontier, we have forged lifelong memories and friendships with you all. We are incredibly grateful for everybody who made that journey with us, and from the deepest part of our hearts, thank you, and we will see you in the stars. Okay, so we got confirmation
Can I
there.
say something real quick?
Sure.
I just want to thank whoever wrote this on the community team, most likely. A, for getting through it,
Yeah.
and B, for writing it so eloquently. Because goddamn, that must be one of the hardest things you've written your entire fucking job.
I'm sure that's
least
not
if
something you
that
look
were
forward to
me.
writing.
Yeah.
As
And
a
like
community
add
post.
on the fact that a lot of them didn't know this was a thing until
Yeah.
We'll
it
get
was
to that.
announced.
We'll get to that.
So I
So,
just want to say thank you guys so much for the article in general, because we were looking forward
Yeah.
to something. We needed something, we demanded something, and what we got was not what we were expecting. I'm sure it's not what you were expecting to write either. So thank you.
Slip and Squirtle, how long did DMG know? Who gives a shit? We now know. Anyways. Destiny 2 Monument of Triumph. Since Destiny 2 launched, Guardians have turned back the darkness, defeated gods, shattered blades, banished nightmares, outplayed Savathun at chess, and forged legendary stories across the Soul system. On June 9th, Destiny 2 Monument of Triumph will be available to all players. We are inviting all Guardians to take part in a celebration of these accomplishments, legends, dredgens, renegades, conquerors, new lights, and everyone in between. Each year since launch, Moments of Triumph celebrated highlights from Destiny 2's most recent chapter. This time, the Monument of Triumph update will broaden that celebration, bringing together experiences from across Destiny 2. Legendary marks return from Ages of Triumph's past, earned by completing a game-wide array of triumphs. They will grant access to a vast selection of free armor ornaments, accessories, weapon engrams, and more. An additional title and armor ornament set awaits those who range widely in their deeds, immortalizing your legacy in Destiny 2. But this update has much more to offer than the Monument itself. Rediscovering Soul. We've been embracing the mission of making this update feel meaningful, looking back at many of the requests that players have shared with us over the years while finding ways to bring some of them to life. And now, on June 9th, we're aiming to deliver a collection of love letters to players across all activity types within Destiny 2. Although many were intended for future releases, we wanted to make sure that you had them in this update. Our goal is to ensure Destiny 2 can be a place you come back to and feel rewarded no matter what you play, while also having enough variety and activities to fit your mood for any given play session. Whether you're looking to play competitively, slay a god or two, or just spend some time exploring the destinations, there will be something for you. Below, you'll find a laundry list of features and bullets that, but expect further blog breakdowns to give a full picture, and of course, a few surprises for you to find on launch day 2. For story, Monument of Triumph will deliver small character beats to leave the story and characters in interesting places, touching on themes across Destiny. We encourage reading and exploring to find all the Easter eggs, callbacks, reveals, and love for the lore. And love for the lorehounds. Excuse me. The return of the director. We will have embraced the player feedback about the director in Portal, and a newly refreshed director returns to its rightful place at the center of activities in Destiny 2. All Portal activities are still available via lists in the nodes at the bottom of the director. Pantheon 2.0. A new Pantheon is coming as a permanent addition with a fresh slate of bosses to challenge and overcome. June 9th, the first slate of bosses becomes available with 2 activities each featuring a unique roster of bosses. June 13th, what we're calling the Gauntlet, the full line of boss encounters in a single activity. And then June 16th, encounter rotations begin. Players can attempt featured single boss encounters for rewards. Okay, I've already read so much of this, but let's talk about thoughts on the Monument of Triumph, the game director, and Pantheon 2.0. What are our thoughts, Gabe?
I'm happy they brought back the game director. This to me,
Same.
literally, I've said this before. The Portal
It's so
broke
clean.
me.
It is gorgeous.
It's beautiful, but
And
I'm
look
just
at the
happy
up
because
that
when they release it,
saturation.
yeah. No, but Portal was just a thing that to me it broke me. I stopped playing when I really I was like I just no I cannot. It's just there's so many things already going wrong with the game, and then you're bringing this out. No, and I stopped playing Destiny literally. So them bringing back the director just feels like amazing, but I'm frustrated on so many different levels. But I am frustrated that it took so long, and that it took the fact that the game is going into maintenance or dormant or end of life, whatever you want to call it, for them to bring back the thing that people have been frustrated about and been asking to change for like ever since it came out. And that's my frustration.
I wouldn't say that's why they were doing this.
No.
It's just very bad timing, but
I understand that, but it's that's what it is right now, you know? Like it's
probably
not
stuff
why
that
they're
was
doing
all it was all in the
Yes.
pipeline. Like we've said, you know, when they delayed Final Shape and all that, right? And I remember having this conversation back then, and it was all that. It was stuff
And I get
that was
that,
always
but
being worked
it's-
on, right? And it's like, oh yeah, they're dropping Sparrow Racing League just at the end, right? It's like,
Yeah.
well, they would have had it there being built on. You can't just snap your fingers and fuck, there's bloody 12 to 16 months of development, right? Like it's
No.
it's
That's
it,
sure,
it,
but
it's
it
here.
sucks.
No,
The
but
timing
yeah, it
sucks.
does suck, and that's the assumption that people are going to make, and the first thought that people are going to be put through people's head. But in our day and age, we need to get better. I'm just saying in general, we need to get better at looking past the black and white and into the grey. That okay, this stuff was here ready, either to come out with the next expansion, come out with, you know, what's dropping, what was supposed to drop, a couple of months ago, you know, it was going to come out, but they're like, cool, just finish it up, put a bloody bow on it, put it out to the people. Like this is what they've asked for. This is what we were working on.
Mm-hmm.
It's done. Give it to them, right? There's still probably so much they left on the shop floor that they weren't able to sort of get done, and will never
they
get done.
did.
Right?
They
Exactly.
yeah,
And
definitely did.
we've had
I
those
mean, look at the
conversations beforehand.
campaign, that alone. Like we're not getting
We've even seen things
no campaign
like
from Shattered Cycle means they whatever the delayed time that they had, the extra 3 months, mean that they could have not been working on a campaign, not working on a raid. So whatever devs that were working on the game just had to work on finishing Portal or finishing SRL.
Yep.
well, we knew that they were working on was Shattered Cycle? I forget
Shattered
the name.
Cycle.
Yep.
Yes. Some
The
devs were working
narrative
on that.
team was working on it because
Yeah.
Allison Lore put it on her resume. We know that I forgot his name. The actor who played Bale was gonna hopefully get into mocap for it. He's quite upset about that he isn't getting that opportunity. So we know that they actually got to the point where they were doing mocap for it.
Yeah.
I think I saw somebody say like it was more of a, they thought like, oh, this, but somebody was like, imagine like they were probably something along the line of like 80 to 90% done with Shattered Cycle, and no, it's never coming out.
Yeah. It's on
And
the shelf.
just for so people know, and I just looked this up, Edge of Fate officially released on July 15th of 2025. So we're coming up to when they would have otherwise, like that year mark of another expansion.
Yep.
So just so people know.
I have posted in the Twitch chat the article, more details about the end of Destiny 2 from inside Bungie. So just the top portion here, this decision to end support for Destiny 2, move at least some amount of resources over to Marathon was made earlier this year. Work continued on future Destiny 2 content, including future expansions like Shattered Cycle, and did not stop immediately when the decision was made. This is because the vast majority of Bungie did not know about Destiny 2 support being dropped right up until it was publicly announced. There were certain teams within Bungie that did know what was coming. Some who were working on the final Destiny content for the June update. Some had already been moved to Marathon. And then these people begged leadership to tell more people and keeping so many people in the dark divided the studio. And this is and these in the know teams felt extremely isolated.
Can you imagine the gut wrenching feeling? Popping up to work, you bloody yep, cool. I'm gonna get on with what is on my task list and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then I can see it in my head. Everyone getting called in to not even like a board meeting or anything like that, or like an audit. I haven't been there, but Sammy, I know you've been there, so you can probably paint the picture better. But like someone ahead in the studio, standing in the middle, everyone around the desk, everyone from all the floors been called down, and they're just like, this is the deal,
This is it.
get on with this, But rocking up to work one day and just being like, okay, it's done. There's one thing of rocking up to work like they've done previously a couple of years ago, where people were just told they were being let go that day, right? But this is being told that support is being done. Now all your professional and creative work is not going to see the light of day. You're now thinking, crap, with this now being done, now where's my job at? And then there's all this news coming out of people, Bungie now, Bungie going to do mass layoffs because of this, right? They don't need the people on doing all this. So someone's like, crap, we've been through this so many times before. I was counting my days. This is like the worst day of my professional career. And yeah, decisions have been made, and we've just been led down the wrong path while they were cutting trees on the other path. Like it's gut wrenching, like to think about.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they can't use that work in their portfolios.
No.
No.
They can say they worked on it, but that's
but I could say I rode a pink unicorn to Jupiter, right? Like, who's going to believe me?
I made a video earlier yesterday about this. I think everything kind of like falls at the feet of Pete Parsons. Like when you go back to everything, it was decisions made with Pete Parsons, the C-suite that was surrounding him that enabled those decisions, as well as Sony after the acquisition that led to the situation that we have with Destiny 2. Not only that, but you also have the shift with Jim Ryan, who was all in on live service games, stepping down from as PlayStation head, and then you have Herman Hulst, and I forget who the other gentleman is who runs who runs Sony with him, but they have a very clear, distinct philosophy about Sony, in which they're doing more single player games. They're pulling back from PC so as to not compete with themselves in a future development cycle, or like it's a whole mess of stuff that is all kind of coalescing around this. But I think for me, it lays at the feet of Pete Parsons, because he had to make decisions that possibly allegedly inflated what Bungie was capable of doing, to the point where Sony was like, you know what, $3.6 billion.
Yeah.
Like,
it's okay though. He got the 77th vintage car.
Yep.
So
that golden parachute,
it's fine. It worked out for him.
Was very light, it seems. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like that's all tough. At least with like going back to the TWID, the monument. I mean, like leaving our characters that are in a place that's interesting. Like, as long as we have something leading up to that isn't just like, oh man, I really do love ramen, and like that's the end of like somebody's story and like things along those lines. Like if they set it up so that if there is a Destiny 3 down the line, we at least see like some sort of tendril of that merging into that story, then great. The return of the director, I'm glad that they're returning the director, because if I had to see the portal every day after June 9th, I would have a lot of feelings.
Oh god, no.
Yeah.
Please no.
Yeah. I would have a lot of feelings.
Yeah, because at least before that, before like not knowing that like development was ending, you're like, oh, cool. There's still a chance they're gonna, fix the director, fix the portal, and then like,
That would, yeah, no, I think people
just
would
for the
have,
rest of
no.
your days, fucking portal.
God.
Yeah.
God, no, I would have lost it.
Pantheon 2.0, like I'm looking forward to running that. I had a lot of fun with the first round of Pantheon. I'm like, obviously it's a permanent edition now. So like we'll have plenty of time to run it. If anybody's like down to clown and run stuff. It looks like we're from the image that was shared that we're receiving some old bosses, which Apoptes was one of the bosses that I became really comfortable with sherping people with.
Is that
in
a
Destiny 2. Oh, it's not Apoptes. I'm sorry, I was thinking
Argos.
that was Argos. Excuse me.
Yeah.
You guys are saying words right now.
Yeah, Apoptes. And like Crown of Sorrow was never like my jam, but like until like
I love.
Crown.
I cannot wait for the moment I get to say hands.
that was probably the one that I didn't.
God.
That was probably the one that I didn't.
That's the one you didn't get Shadow for.
Yeah, I didn't get Shadow for it because I just didn't do it all that much.
Oh no, you
There was-
couldn't now. Ah, damn it.
Yeah, you can't now.
No.
But like in retrospect, that was a mistake. I should have done more of that because like a lot of people have a lot of love for this raid.
I love
yeah.
Crown. It's one of my
Guys,
favorites.
That was my first PC game, or
Yeah.
first PC raid. Did not go so well.
To be fair, it wasn't easy in the beginning until you got familiar with it. But
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
God,
I would
Mouse
love
and
it.
keyboard was not my friend at first.
I would absolutely love it if they were to add Pantheon 1.0 in.
That's what I was wondering.
this.
Yeah.
Like,
cool.
I don't know if that's over delivering. Or
I mean,
what,
we don't know.
but-
You know,
Does
Yeah.
it
We
matter
don't
if they
know all
over
the
deliver at this
bosses.
point?
Yeah.
Can they over deliver at this point?
Right.
No, not really.
we're also getting Callus.
They don't have the
I'm not
money.
We're getting
bringing
Callus
up
back,
that.
yeah.
We're getting
Yeah,
Callus.
Callus
That's
is gonna be
huge.
cool.
We're getting
That's
Arcade
nice.
Callus. I'm sick.
Getting
I'm
Callus.
like I'm into it.
And Gowron.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
think with
That's
it being
so nice.
permanent, I do think that
OG
the
G2
list
raid.
of raids might be a bit longer. They might have chosen to maybe do some of the Pantheon 1, bringing it back.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
I don't see why they don't.
Yeah, that would be cool.
They
I
have
mean,
that
I mean,
stuff.
a
we
little bit-
have to keep it in mind, like this is just some stuff. Like they said even in that article, like, hey, we're gonna like this is just some basics. Well, basic. This is some information, but more will also come out in other
Right.
articles. So
But
we don't.
If you also think
fully know.
about it, now that people at the studio know, and there's going to be layoffs, I don't know if I should say this, but if I were one of them, I might sneak a few little things in there.
Oh, 100%.
Mhm.
But how
I
much?
might
Of,
have
but
a
it's like-
little bit
yeah,
of
how much
you
of
fun.
this
have
is
to
feature
go
block,
in-
though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think them talking about it now probably means that like a lot of these things are locked down. A lot of these things, like,
Someone at some level, right, is going to be able to go in and bloody we saw it all the time with Bungie devs in Halo, right?
Mm.
On a building 3 kilometers away on this level, you can go and find an energy shield with a bunch of BRs spelling this person's name out. You know, like there's going to be some shit like that.
Where it's like it's not quite an Easter egg, it's not quite breaking the game, but if someone finds it,
Someone's
should
going
I
to turn
do
the
it? Should I
Telesto
not
safety
do
button off
it?
when it launches as well.
Oh.
Telesto safety button's coming off.
Oh God, imagine.
Moving forward,
Crazy.
raid and dungeon loot updates. So all raid and dungeon weapons and armor have been revisited to bring them to modern standards with full tier parity, set bonuses, new perks, and more. Crafted weapons will have an upgrade path for tiers 1 through 5, with more information coming in future articles. Weekly featured raids and dungeons return, giving players additional opportunities for high-tiered rewards each week. We have all of the details and specifics planned for an upcoming TWID. Destinations, a trip down memory lane. So destination weapons and armor have also been revisited to bring them to modern standards with full tier parity, set bonuses, new perks, and more. Some destinations will have distortions, a new addition to bring more variety and a touch more challenge to your time planet side. And then distortions also bring unique rewards to earn for participating beyond your state or your slate of destination drops. So we're getting
Sounds like
everything
an
parodied.
upgraded. Sounds like an upgraded version of Flashpoint.
Possibly. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Like
We'll see. Yeah.
I want to see what those look like before, like, I say yay or no, like, because distortions are just something that's brand spanking new, you know. Dan, what are your thoughts on like the upgraded loot and everything?
I'm okay with it. I mean,
Yeah.
I know I've been the person on this podcast just saying that the loot is cool, but won't entice me to like do all this stuff again. And that does still ring true for me. Like I probably won't do a lot of the old dungeons and raids. However, even though I do stand behind that, I do like that if I want to go into those dungeons, then I have something new to chase.
Yeah.
I do think I'm actually personally more interested in checking out the destination gear sets than the dungeon and raid one, because we've never seen that. We've seen them for raids and dungeons, but we've never seen that. And I'm curious what they wanted to or hope that their destination loot chase could have been, or will be. That is something that I'm more interested in seeing, because more people will probably, no matter when they choose to pick up Destiny, more people will instantly be engaging in the public destinations for gear than the raids and dungeons. So that's going to be really interesting, and I really hope that they at least hit that out the park.
Same. Any other thoughts on gear before we move on? Okay. Sandbox, we get new abilities and ability updates. So we're going to be receiving new aspects. For the Solar Hunter, we get Crackshot. For Void Warlock, we get Soul Siphon. And Solar Titan, we have Shield Burst. New Hunter Melee, we get a Void Hunter Phantom Surge.
What? Will you say that again, please?
Phantom Surge.
Sounds cool.
What?
Man.
Yeah.
We're evolving, guys.
New grenades. All classes will receive Strand Slice Wire grenades, as well as Stasis Shatter grenades. Class-specific abilities, so Warlock, Titan, and Hunter are all getting some new love. Mind Spun will interact with Threadling grenades. Ward of Dawn is getting a complete rework. And Trapper's Ambush has new capabilities and more.
I need to know about this Ward of Dawn rework, because they've reworked it so many times.
Yeah.
They save their
Are they
best
gonna break
rework
it?
for last.
Am I going to get Zavala level Ward of Dawn, dude? Like,
Honestly, why not?
At this point,
give it to me. Let me fucking move it. Let me just grab
mean-
the top of it and just, all right, guys, follow me.
We're getting fucking Ikora's level of like Nova Bomb.
The Nova Bomb, like, yeah.
So maybe.
yeah.
You know? Maybe.
Yup.
You know what?
Maybe you
It
can
would be
maybe you can
surprising.
shoot through it.
I was gonna say they probably have looked at Destiny Rising and are taking some hints from it, which I wouldn't be against. So yeah, it could make it to where you can maybe shoot through the bubble, through the Titan bubble. But maybe you have to hold it, like the person has to hold it,
Right.
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen,
The fact that you say Destiny Rising, let's just backtrack. I've like seen so many people saying, "Oh, dead game," and then someone responding to it and be like, "Oh, dead IP," and then someone responds and goes, "No, Destiny Rising still going." Like, yeah. So you got like a whole other story still plopping along there.
I mean, that's a mobile game for one. And that game, even though that game is lost, I think, what was it? I was reading about it yesterday. They've lost 97% of their players since launch,
Whoa.
which is a lot.
I mean, that's a lot, but it's also like that would 100% be expected because you jump onto that game with that IP and be like, yeah, I'm just going to try it out. And then I'm just not going to touch it ever again. Like people are just going to play it for like the first, like maybe first go or first week.
You also run into the gacha aspects or the gacha aspects.
It's really the
Yeah.
gacha aspect.
Oh,
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Fair.
Which I think that they've slimmed all that down a little bit so that you can just play for free now. But like
They removed
even
a
though-
lot.
Shit, why didn't you do that before I lost 97%?
Yeah.
That's, shit, let's have some forethought, like not
right.
Because they thought it was
inflating
gonna
everything
be
during
as
a pandemic.
Successful. They thought it was going to be as successful as every other gacha game, but they were still
Okay,
relying on
right.
the Destiny community, which the Destiny community was never going to be with.
Yeah. I was at PAX West when that released last year. And I was like, I don't know how many people are
Is everyone
playing this right
playing
now. I have no idea. I know Sean, who I was staying with, he was playing it, but outside of that, yeah, I don't know. Sandbox elevating exotics. All exotic armors earned since the Edge of Fate launched will automatically upgrade to tier 5 stats. We've made some changes to a handful of exotic armors. So as an example, what if Warlocks could throw 2 Nova Bombs in quick succession to create an even larger explosion?
No.
More on this in a future
Yeah.
TWID.
No.
I do like booms.
No.
Yeah.
I like
we have
booms.
That's
too.
double booms.
various
I
exotic
would be interested to
weapons.
know if that's like Nova Bomb to my left, Nova Bomb to my right. It's
Yeah.
or if it's just going
I
to be
think you
like
have to combine
just-
them
yeah,
It's probably a double dose.
combine them
Dunk dunk.
based off of what they
like
said.
bump into like one
Yeah.
target, right? One spot. But it'd be cool if there was like a thing. It's like I'm going to put a Nova Bomb on the left side. I'm going to put a Nova Bomb on the right side. But it's like literally you have 1 second to like turn it.
Various exotic weapons will receive a tuning pass, and many will be receiving catalysts. So keep an eye out for those. Portal Overhaul. All portal activities are still available to players via the portal nodes at the bottom of the director. I saw somebody like say, "Hey, I fixed this for you," and like just remove that entirely, like on Twitter. We've taken a deep pass at Portal's difficulty system to ensure players can approach the ops categories and have fun with Destiny 2 while still being rewarded. We want to remove choice paralysis. Players should be able to sign in and find the fun quickly rather than being mired in stacking as many difficulty challenge modifiers as possible to earn desirable rewards. We are expanding our weapon offerings within Portal activities each experience. So solo, Fireteam Ops, Arena Ops, Pinnacle Ops, Crucible Ops, and Gambit Ops will offer a different pool to earn. We've also updated armors across the portal with new art and new set bonuses and some reprisals too, while adding an exclusive armor to competitive Crucible. Onslaught and Crawls, so your Contest of Elders and the Coil, have received balance passes on difficulty and length. All 3 activities will once again feature escalating difficulty over time rather than starting at the highest difficulty from the start. Onslaught has been rebalanced to remove revive tokens and get you more scrap more often to bring back the feeling of building up defenses over time. So Shaxx maxing has returned. A few weapons will also be making a return, only available through Onslaught. Please let those be the Into the Light weapons. That would be sick.
Yeah.
Contest of Elders has been reduced from 4 laps down to 3 to help the activity flow better. Which is all good and fine. Like Portal, like so many people bounced off around Portal time that
Yep.
yeah. Shaxx maxing, what is that? I'm sure Clavicular knows.
Oh God, please no.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to say his name
Watch
again.
portal activities get so much attention now that people willingly go in there and want to find something.
I was
other than
thinking the
Because
opposite.
it's an option. Well, I don't know. If it does, it's because it's going to be an option, not forced upon people.
I was thinking the opposite because of it being in that small bottom of the corner. And since all of the planets and dungeons and raids will have a reason to played,
Well, if you
I
want to do
I
like
just imagine people are not going to touch it unless they just have to.
strikes and stuff, though. You still have that there, right?
Well, no, strikes. Like if you look at the picture, strikes has its own clickable thing.
Yeah.
You just click it and go to strikes. You click it and go to Crucible. Click it and go to Gambit. Then you click a button to go to Pantheon. And then you click one to go to Portal. So
Well,
maybe
see, I
some
took
people
that as
accidentally
what
did.
was already at the top. They just moved it down. That's how I took that.
Probably
because
that
before-
too. I just assume that like because of it
Like,
being
I don't
so
think they're going to have
small.
the Nightfalls. I don't think they're going to have the Vanguard alerts back over there.
Yeah,
I
some
think
stuff
that
is gonna
that's just
still
going to
say
be
that.
Legend. I feel like you're still going to get most of the stuff that you get now in Portal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
I
it
feel
just
like-
ends up depending on loot.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
They
100%.
just made it so it's the portal is no longer the first page that you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It's like-
out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. It's the second page that you see more likely than anything.
Which, you know
Um,
what? I'm not mad about that. Quite happy about that.
Crucible playlists, private matches, and balance. We have 3 new game modes coming to the Crucible, 1 entering our playlist rotation and 2 more available on private matches. Playlist Arena, gunplay centric with some old school Bungie PvP vibes. We have private matches, Glass Cannon, a throwback to Destiny 1 balancing. And then private matches get software, third-party abilities only. Think Mayhem, but a little bit more wild. Iron Banner will still be returning every 4 weeks, and Trials will appear on non-Iron Banner weekends. Both game modes feature tiered loot and new armor sets to earn. Heavy Metal returns with the 3rd vehicle type, the Cabal Walker, a brand new map, mixed vehicle combat, and vehicle selection. A full suite of competitive Crucible weapons will become tiered, and, as mentioned above, a unique armor set has been added to incentivize more competitive play. The playlist Arena, I wonder if they're like going all the way back to Halo with that. Like that's kind of what that sounds like to me.
Maybe.
Some of the glass cannon stuff.
It'll be, it'll 100% be, different playlists chucked together, and you just load it up, and it'll just load up like randomly. Oh yeah, you're playing Scorch Cannon, or you're playing Griffball. Griffball? Is it Griffball in this? Griffball. Taylor.
Oh,
Griffball in this?
I wish Griff.
No,
was this.
I mean, you have
It's Riftball
Rift,
in this
right?
one though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Riftball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it just called Rift?
This
Just
is
called
called
Move
It's
on.
called Rift.
It's called
Move
Rift.
on.
It's just
Moving.
called Ball, actually.
It's just
Oh,
ball.
just
called
Ball.
Ball.
Fucking
You
love
guys,
me some
you
ball.
guys ready to
I
play
wish I
some
had
ball?
a dad to play it with.
Oh, God. Okay.
So Gambit Ops, children.
Gambit back, boys.
Gambit is being and the big 226.
Gambit Prime?
is being upgraded to an ops
Oh my God,
category
can you imagine?
and receiving a rewards refresh. New armor to earn with unique set bonuses, and we're reprising iconic Gambit weapons as tiered gear with new perks to earn.
You know what that means?
I
saw in
Gambit is
chat
getting
earlier.
3 letters.
Yeah, 5 people are very happy right now.
A
6.
tier 5 spare.
Disrespect our Gambit community, please.
A tier 5 spare rations. Someone said in chat earlier.
Oh God, can you imagine? Back in the
No,
day.
it's happening.
Do I
It's
still
happening.
gotta farm Oryx again?
No,
That's-
but I mean, I don't think spare ration is as good as it used to be. So it's.
People still using PvP.
I loved Gambit.
I'm not saying the contrary, but yeah,
I did
I
not
liked
love
Gambit back in the
Gambit
day.
matchmaking.
the matchmaking was. I will say that. Yeah.
Gambit stream
Oh
win.
my God.
Eververse, Silver
I'll
and
do
Bright
Gambit
Dust.
stream later tonight.
Too early, Sam.
Eververse, Silver and Bright Dust. Bright Dust will continue to be earnable currency through gameplay objectives, and we have expanded the offering of cosmetics that can be acquired with this currency. So Silver will continue to be available for players to purchase in exchange for various items in the Eververse, because why? They're just going to throw away money.
Discount it then.
Yeah, exactly.
Bright Dust rotation is being changed from weekly to daily, giving players more opportunities
that,
to
though.
exchange this earned currency for the cosmetics they desire. That's very cool. That's very, very neat.
Yeah, that's a good.
Okay.
That's a good change.
We're adding a focusing system for Bright Ingrams. Using an engram and some bright dust, you can select them from an array of engrams that guarantee the item category result and do not produce duplicates, gradually filling out your collection. That's also very cool. I had friends that dropped off Destiny 2 very early, like after Destiny 1, because they were like, I'm never going to be able to get anything. Like everything, I'm never going to be able to get everything in the game that I want. So why should I even try?
Tell them to come back. They can do it now.
I mean, they have a whole lot of stuff to play. Rewards
So much to look forward to.
Rewards Pass. The Monument of Triumph update brings an additional Rewards Pass that was originally planned for Shadow and Order, featuring a new exotic hand cannon, armor ornaments, and more. We've increased the number of cosmetic rewards on the pass as well, including multiple armor ornament sets, ghosts, shaders, and more. Yes, we said more twice. Look, we put a lot of extras in this thing. We hope you enjoy it. Armor ornaments.
1,000 reward pass.
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, maybe. Who knows?
Imagine the new hand cannon is the first curse from Briggs. That would be kind of cool. Armor ornaments. True exotic armor transmog. Starting on June 9th, players may apply common, uncommon, rare, legendary armor ornaments to their exotic armors visible in PvE environments. That's kind of cool. That takes your fashion game up a level, Sammy. You no longer have to be restricted.
That's actually a really good choice.
I have let them know.
Yeah.
Through multiple sources that we need a way to unlock more ornaments, because right now we only get 10 or 20 of those transmog bounties, and that's not going to work if we don't get any more updates to get more bounties. So
right.
Just unlock it.
I did let them know through multiple sources that will need to be resolved.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Log in every day, get a transmog bounty then.
I mean, if that's an option, then maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Destiny 2, the collection. We're bundling all of Destiny 2 content packs into a singular purchase available on June 9th. That includes campaigns, dungeon keys, the 30th anniversary pack, and more. Individual content packs and expansions will also receive permanent markdowns in June. That's a really good call, honestly. Like, I had somebody in my chat. Do you guys remember Guardian Outpost, Dave?
Vaguely,
yeah.
Geo? Yeah. Geo was in chat, and he hadn't played since Witch Queen, and he's like, to catch up, it would cost me like, I think he said $500 and some bucks.
That's that's something they should have done way before. I'm so sorry, but like,
it goes on sale so often too. Of like,
but always in different areas.
They did the Humble Bundle thing where it was like $35 in order to get everything. Like along the same lines, they put that into like they did reduce the cost on like PlayStation and Xbox for a little while. But yeah, like that's egregious. And like for a game that like you're essentially sunsetting, what are you doing? Like go ahead and reduce the price on that. Also, some people I know were upset that the Humble Bundle didn't include the dungeon keys. So at least with that, the reduction in the dungeon keys and including all of Destiny 2 into one content pack with a single purchase, like that makes the most sense.
That's it's a good call.
Yeah.
They're gonna make so much more money on this than they would of an expansion.
Yeah.
Probably.
How much you think you're gonna sell it for? What's the price point you think they're gonna make this
30?
final version?
30.
No, not 30. Not
25.
30. What's the Destiny 1 pack at right now?
I thought that was 30.
For everything in totality, for a new player that maybe picks it up in a year.
60's too much.
Destiny the collection, like the collection of Destiny and all of its DLC is $19. So to me, honestly, if they were to do
that's
40
D1?
or 60, yeah, that's D1. If they did 40 or 60, that would probably make the most sense to me.
Comparatively, I would say 60. If D1
Well, I guess I don't know what are normal
20,
games now.
That's launch title.
GTA is going to be 100.
3 DLCs.
Yeah,
No,
but
2 DLCs.
can we also talk about the fact that, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, please do correct me if I'm wrong, Destiny 1, if you pick it up now, you can play the entirety of the game from beginning to end, the full content of it, other than maybe like seasonal stuff, right? That's not possible with Destiny 2.
You know why? 'Cause we've talked about this.
We have.
Oh, I know why. I'm just explaining the fact that I don't think the price should be that high when you cannot play the entirety of the game. That's my point. I understand why. I'm mad about it. No, don't get me wrong. I'm mad about it. But I don't believe that it should be 60. 40 makes sense to an extent, but I don't think it should be 60 when you cannot play the entirety.
We
40
also have way more
40
content.
absolute maximum.
We have way more content in D2 than we ever did.
Yeah.
So like,
I think
even
they
with
would
the 40% loss,
they would be
get
very
that.
comfortable with $40 at that price range.
I think
that
40 is fine. Yeah.
that is like enough to get people to get new people to be like, oh, like I could get all of this for $40 and not bat an eye so much as if it were like something like 60, which is like the cost of like you're getting edging into the cost of a new game. And then like if it were $100, that's way too much for a game that
how much is Marathon?
Like shelving. That one's 40.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would say 40.
Right,
40 is
so sorry.
reasonable.
Let's look at other IPs, right?
Yeah.
Let's look at other IPs. So Master Chief Collection, right? Which is a big bundle. That's £39.99, which is about 50 USD, right? And that's six games, right?
Yeah.
So that's 6 games. Now, give me another. Yes. Give me something else. Like that's a bundle of multiple games from one IP.
The Star Wars.
What Star Wars?
I don't know. I didn't know
All
a lot
the
of
Star
them come in big bundles. I've seen them on Steam.
Mass Effect. You can look at Mass Effect probably. I believe there's
but Mass
like
Effect
20
is
bucks
like
right
one
now.
game at the moment.
Right now. Yeah.
Okay, then never mind then.
It's
Yeah.
one game now.
It's one game.
I don't really see
I
many expansions with Star Wars.
Somlab is saying
Final
Division
Fantasy.
2. Somlab's saying Division 2.
Oh, Division 2.
No,
yeah,
well, that
actually.
doesn't count either because like it's all
more recent, though.
They do the thing where they remove the DLC and just make it a part of the game
Okay, gotcha.
outside of like the big newest. Like
Heard. Okay.
I just think that anything that's over 40 would be pushing it, and I don't think they'd get in like as much interest, I would say, as they would if they went with like $40. Because you also have to think like you're talking about USD, right? Which
Mhm.
is still a very strong currency. And like for me, let's say $40 is gonna be probably like more 50 like between $50 to $60 of the Canadian money.
I'd be pleasantly surprised if it's 40. That's all I'm saying.
What was the?
That's fair, but I believe it should be more around the $40 mark than anything over that.
Oh, I agree.
In my opinion.
But you look at all of the stuff that they sell on that Steam listing, none of it is what it should be.
There was a quote.
That's very true.
There was a quote like
It's very true.
probably like 2 or 3 months ago from like an indie dev. I want to say it was from one of the Friend Slap games. It might have been Peak. It might have been like somebody else. But they like, but they were like, now if you look at $5, that's essentially $2.
Yes, I remember
You know what I mean?
that.
And like,
But it was,
Didn't
it
we
was
go over
so
this like 2
true.
weeks ago?
yeah,
we went over this like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it
But
was.
it's true. It's like
Yeah.
psychologically, that's what it is when you
Yeah.
think about it, quote unquote. And yeah, that's kind of that same logic applies here, in my opinion.
Dude, social science is fucking crazy.
It was.
It
It was something. It was kind of nuts. It was. Oh, I don't know. Googling it is returning a fucking AI summary. Never mind.
But I think
Never mind.
if we find it, but
Yeah.
it's kind of what would apply here. Similar
yeah.
idea, similar.
It's like, well, it's $5. That's essentially $2. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Going back, there's really not that much that you can compare Destiny to other than say Master Chief Collection. Like there's some Final Fantasy stuff that's like $20-$25, right? We've said Mass Effect is like it's 3 games in one with that sort of one.
You got to
What
look at a
about-
game
One title
that's
at the
come
moment.
out in the past 10 years. That's the issue.
What
You got to
what-
find a
what
game
about,
that's been out in the last 10 years that has had equal amount of content.
What
We've lost a lot of
about
content
World-
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about World of Warcraft? It's not quite the same, but what about World of Warcraft? If I decided
But there's-
today to pick up World of
If you did
Warcraft,
Classic-
how much would
Blizzard.
it cost me?
If you did
I'd have
classic,
Blizzard.
you'd probably be closer. If that makes sense.
Okay, let me check. No, I don't have Warcraft. Fuck, I don't have Warcraft on my BattleNet. But I think it would be similar idea
Yeah.
because World of Warcraft Classic is around that.
Jagmaster, in the article itself, it says that they are adding the dungeon keys into
Okay.
the thing, into the bundle, at least.
Yeah.
So-
Campaign.
World of
Dungeon
Warcraft is a
keys,
subscription. so you
30th
can't just
anniversary
straight up
pack
buy
and
it.
more.
Yeah.
No,
World
but
of
you
Warcraft is a
still have to
subscription.
buy base stuff, no?
No, mm-mm.
No.
Oh,
It's just a subscription, $15 a month, or you can buy a discounted one. So 3 months is $42, 6 months
Okay,
$77.
but it says okay,
year,
and I have the
150.
option of like World of Warcraft Midnight, quote unquote. So jump straight into the fight, blah blah blah. So it's a 80 boost, 80 level boost. Let's use this, right? For me, it's $65 Canadian, which is a lot in my opinion.
Are you
but it
looking
is
at
an
World of
ongoing game.
Warcraft Classic? Because for me, it's telling me
look-
just to install, and then if I
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to
but
actually
you
play
can
it, I
buy
have to get the
boosts.
subscription.
So yeah, the base game is subscription, but you can buy boosts. A boost is $65. 80 levels, so you can jump straight in, don't have to level.
Just skip. I don't know
Just
if you
skip.
can count that just skipping.
I don't know. I'm just trying to like find similar
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean,
Oh, I was
I
just
don't
saying,
think
I
that
don't
there's-
think there
I-
isn't
there's
anything
nothing.
comparable.
Like, I think this is Destiny is wholly its own thing, and like even
It's always it's always been
when
its
you're
own
trying to
thing.
reduce it down to like $40 or whatever, like it's
yeah.
you know.
I was just wondering what people think the price, because that was one thing I was curious about. Is like, what is this price point going to be? Because
Yeah.
Agreed.
historically, it makes no sense for them to charge to make it cheap. Is what I'm saying. We all think it should be,
Mhm.
but looking at everything else that historically they've charged for everything, it makes more sense for them to, if they keep this same cadence, to charge $60-$70. I
Right.
don't think they will.
I hope they don't.
I
hope they
think it's gonna
don't.
be 40 or something like that. That
Mhm.
And I'd be pleasantly surprised if it's $30-$40.
yeah.
I think that'd be
That's
the
what I'm
sweet
saying.
spot, in my opinion. If it
Yeah.
is $40, at 30 it might be a bit low, quote unquote.
Mhm.
It'd be nice, but might be low. But $40 USD to me would be the sweet spot.
40 is the
In my-
For a
amount.
game that never has made money, based off of what Sony has always said, for a game
Yeah.
that has never actually made its money back, it doesn't make sense for them to make the final one be super cheap, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
The complete pack.
Mhm.
No, it's the Arena Access Pack for Warframe. I'm looking right. I don't understand. Obviously, so someone who knows Warframe better than I do, but it's saying here the complete packs. There's 3 different ones, and there's 97, 30, and 55. So I don't know
Yeah.
if those are expansions over the last.
Warframe is
couple
a free
years.
game, though.
I mean, Destiny
Right.
is technically a free game, though, quote unquote.
I just know that like at $40, like $40 is the sweet spot for me to be like, I'll try this game out.
yeah.
For
like,
a new player, I think 40
if
is
it's-
not terrible.
If it's $40 or under, I will go, okay, you know what? I'll try this game out. We'll check it out. I did that with Mixtape. And like that, I didn't really like Mixtape all that much. But the
but it
You
was
mean the
enough
IGN
money
was
that you didn't feel
wrong?
like
It
you were
was
using
$20.
too much.
It was $20. It was $20, and I was like, I'm not out that much. I got Hades
Yeah, exactly.
2. Hades 2 was like $23 on sale. When normally it's 30, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's worth me trying out a game that's come out. If somebody is looking into getting Destiny 2, but was like, man, it was so expensive to get into that, even though it was like free to play, essentially, like $40, I think would be like in that realm of
Yeah.
I'm willing to do this and I'm not bought in so much that like it's going to break the bank at the end of the day. It's probably also like what
Yeah.
Sony would probably value it so that people do think that way about the game. To just
$40
see.
if they do 40 plus discounting.
Yeah,
I think that's their best case because like
absolutely.
$40 for a brand new player, and then discounting for someone that maybe hasn't played since Final Shape or
Mhm.
played since Witch Queen,
Just to get
You
the
know.
rest of your
just to pick everything up.
Content.
Yeah.
And there's
the
probably
other
some
biggest-
people that
that's
have
the
been
biggest
waiting.
issue.
Yeah. Probably been some people that have been waiting for, either time to get back into it or, the prices to come down and to get like a better bundle or get a better deal, and they've got the capacity to wait. So yeah,
I've had people
Not
that
everyone's in the
struggled with
same-
that.
yeah, not everyone's in the same situation as me or my friend Gary or Samikat here. And like it's, someone's just going to come along, and I've just seen someone ask if it's going to be worth playing it as a new player at all now. But yeah, you've got
Mhm.
so much time so much story time to invest into the game, right? So
And-
just think about it as playing a single player story mode game, right? Yeah, there's a lot that you'd probably miss out if you just play it solo from now,
Mhm.
right? But I saw this thing, I can't remember who it was, probably like a week ago, and it was like, if I pay for a game $40, right? I expect to get my money's worth by, I've set this myself, and it's $1 per hour of me playing that game. So if I spend $40, I expect to play 40 hours of this game. And that's how they look at it themselves. I'm not saying that, that's how people
That's
should.
crazy
but
for some games, though.
Yeah.
It is 100%. It 100% is. But that's how he makes his decisions on which games he plays. And he's
Yeah.
mainly a solo sort of player guy. Or if he's going to get into a multiplayer, he's going to do, look at everything first and be like, okay, cool. I think I could sink that amount of time into it. Right.
Mhm.
So he's making that time investment with his monetary investment.
I also
So you got to look at it like that.
I also think that you're going to run into things like, so at least with my community, I've been upfront with them, and I was like, I'm not dropping Destiny out of rotation like until the wheels fall off of it. Like I'm still going to be playing it on Sundays specifically to help Guardians, even though I may not be playing it for myself. I'm still going to be there to help people. You're still going to be able to find communities where people still play Destiny 2.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just going to be harder to find them now because of the status of it changing from in development to out of development. So like,
Yep.
and especially
It's
with
not
there's
gonna
no future in
feel
Destiny
like
3.
there's any change
Yeah.
for a
maybe
lot
like
of people.
I'm gonna say like a month and a half.
For a couple
I
months.
say
Yeah.
until August.
Yeah.
Should we place bets? Should we
Yeah.
all check back in at the last date
No.
that someone's mentioned and see? Yeah.
No.
We'll see.
So
I'm
if
not
I say
participating in that.
September
I'm
2028,
100% behind August, so yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
August
I'm saying
seems
2
about right
months.
to me. August seems about right to me. Like mid-August. Like people are like, okay,
So
I
you
got
gotta
all
also
this
take
stuff that I
into account
wanted.
other games, like
Mhm.
generally.
Yeah.
Because you
It's gonna
have
bring-
Wolverine. You have Wolverine coming. You have GTA 6. You have like what
Squadron
else?
42.
Yeah. You have the new James Bond game coming at the end of this month that could pull some players. You never know. Like exactly, Yeah. The final thing that they list here, one more thing, Sparrow Racing League returns. SRL returns as a permanent addition, reopening tracks from the original Destiny experience and adding a new space to race opponents on. We've created a new unique weapon set to earn by completing these races. And then armor sets return with new set bonuses and numerous cosmetics, including horns, that will be available to earn. We'll have a full breakdown of SRL in the coming weeks, previewing the upcoming feature. So we're getting SRL back. That's I know a lot of people are excited about that. I'm neither here nor there. Like having it in Destiny 1 for a while there, like that was really fun to get into it. I actually
I don't think people know about SRL really, truly.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people don't.
SRL was only available for a month
Yeah.
total.
Yeah.
Destiny's life cycle, which is crazy.
And if you missed it, you missed it.
If you missed it,
Yeah.
you missed it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it because I never got to play like the
I think a lot
end
of
of
it's the
life
novelty.
of Destiny 1. Yeah. I never get to play the end of life of Destiny 1, you know? So I'm excited to everyone going crazy about it over the last, fucking 7 years. So, yeah. Wow, what the fuck's that?
So we also have a couple more things here. And while we read through this, get your questions together, folks, so that we can add them into the thing. Eseipha, if you can if you can copy paste those into the document for us, please, that would be wonderful. All right, TWIDs and developer. Huh?
I said I will try.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
All right.
Keep going.
TWIDs and developer insights through launch. So each week through launch, we'll be diving a bit deeper into each subject through a mix of developer insight articles and This Week in Destiny updates. We're spreading them out just a bit to avoid massive walls of text and information overload while giving our team some time for last-minute tuning and testing passes. First on our list will be a deeper dive into the return of the director, how we'll be updating activities across the game, and how we're updating SRL for Destiny 2. This will be followed by a full week of articles dedicated to our weapon sandbox, raid, and dungeon updates, and then a week dedicated to armor updates and abilities. After launch, the TWID will continue a few weeks to keep you informed on any immediate Monument of Triumph news. Once we're through our launch window, our weekly blog entries will be entering a form of hibernation as well. This won't be the end of communications from us by any means. We'll still be keeping in touch with you and sharing community highlights through our website, social media channels, Discord, and other outlets. Once we have more news to share on Destiny, you will be the first to know. Thank you. Destiny 2 has been our home for many, many years. The unknown can sometimes feel wild, even a bit scary at times, but these opportunities to explore the future are invigorating. As we look ahead, our commitment remains the same, to make games we and you are excited to play. From all of us here at Bungie, we cannot thank you enough for joining us on this journey throughout the Soul System. You'll still find us Starside for years to come. So, we got all of that. And then we got the article from Jason Schreier that same day, highlighting that Sony Group Core's Bungie unit is planning a significant number of layoffs as it ends development on Destiny 2. Bungie doesn't plan to immediately enter production on Destiny 3 after the game comes to an end next month. There's been news that there's going to be pitches and everything for that game, or that there have been pitches for that game, but nothing's been greenlit. The company will keep Destiny 2 online for players to access after the final content update on June 9th. So, fucking wild. Possibly a third round of layoffs coming to Bungie in the past 2 years?
Year and a half, yeah, 2 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Since Sony purchased them. Just wild. Yeah, man. It's a tough time. Tough time as a fan of Destiny. But
fucking sucks.
Yeah, man. There is a petition. I'm going to go ahead and share that link. It's a longin. I believe it is currently at 155.
50. Go ahead.
It's 150 plus now.
Well, yeah, let's take a look at it. At the time of recording,
155.
yeah, 155,505 signatures on this petition. I've signed it. Have you guys signed it?
I signed it.
I will soon.
I have. I will say though, just be sure you have to verify your signature on it. There's a lot of people still getting emails that saying they need to verify their signature.
Yes.
I've seen.
Mm-hmm,
So be sure you sort of do that.
Yes, you do have to verify. So
because obviously any Chad with an army of bots can go and sign it, So
yeah, exactly.
So there is this. This is an immediate action that you can take for this petition. I don't think this petition alone is going to change Sony's mind of anything. I think if anything, it shows that there's 155,000 people that have the intent saying that they would purchase a Destiny 3, which in today's numbers, in today's industry,
do the math.
I don't think it would be enough for Sony to be
No.
on this alone to be like, yeah, okay, let's greenlight another one, right? Like, I think this.
I mean,
in
that's
conjunction-
7.5 million in revenue. Like, if someone were to purchase another game,
Yeah, but they like
how
they
much does
like
it take to
the-
develop it? Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, exactly.
They
But that's just
like-
the people that have seen the like thing.
yeah, they're so risk averse anymore that like
Yeah,
I don't think seeing this number makes them change their mind immediately.
It's not
I think-
enough. No.
Yeah,
No.
I think whatever this ends up being in conjunction with the the outpouring of support that they get in June, like depending on what player numbers are like at that time, because I like at the end of the day it's going to be like, put your money where your mouth is. Are you just saying that you wanted Destiny 3 but you don't show up for the game later,
Nope.
like in its release cycle to
Mhm.
support that claim,
Why
or
didn't you show up before? Episode?
yeah
we did.
That's what they're going to say.
yeah
They probably are
Yeah.
going to say.
Show up on when the update launches. Show up
Yeah.
after that. Go ahead, sign the petition. Engage in the community. Engage in the hashtags.
yeah
Make noise. And make noise in a positive way. It's
Yeah.
not going to help to alienate people and
yeah
call people names, place blame for where we're at. That is not going to help. It's not going to help to review bomb other games, marathon. We want to invite people from those other communities into our community to help get the numbers up.
Mhm.
We want to show that we are a welcoming community, saying something like, Marathon is what's killing it. Oh, look at the Warframe community is just full of assholes, this and that. We want to invite those people in to the Destiny community, show them for that, whatever that the bundle is going to be for that amount. Show them what they can get out of Destiny. Don't be fucking assholes and don't call people wet towels.
We're back to this.
We're back to this.
That's really stuck with you, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's really stuck
It
with you.
definitely
Stuck
has. It 100% has.
Yeah.
That's so
I've
funny.
been called so many mean things, but I don't know why they
No.
called
Just
me a wet
because people are
towel.
people behind keyboards are assholes. That's how it goes.
That's
Um,
very true.
Barry,
Call Pete Parsons a wet towel.
the only negative reviews for Pete Parsons local for only negative reviews for Pete Parsons local Ferrari dealership. Yes, I agree with these terms. Yeah, I don't know. We've covered all this, but we still haven't covered like all of the reactions to it either. Like we have the
There's so many.
like Luke Smith
There's so much.
had a whole post about like how content is what brought people together, and then seeing them stopping content like just puts an end to that whole thing.
We have another really long episode coming next week, don't we?
we probably do. Also, part of that, what I want to see, I talked to you guys a little bit before this. When over the next week, I'm going to try to put something together tonight, a place where you guys can upload like 30-second to 1 minute long posts. If you would like to share a story, if you would like to share like some event that happened in your life because of Destiny, maybe like you made friends, maybe you started making content, maybe you like attained a trophy recently or in the past like few years that you did not think that you would even have the possibility of achieving without people that you met in Destiny. I want to hear those stories. I want to share those stories on the podcast, and the idea that I'm having is that would go instead of having our intro music, those videos would play previous to our shows over the next few weeks. So if you're interested in that, I'll try to get some things together and pay attention to our social media platforms for more information on where to post those. So with all of this, shall we get into a little bit of questions, gang? Okay. Black Zard, what are the panel's thoughts on games folks will migrate to? Obviously, nothing is like Destiny, but some might be similar. I'm gonna be Warframe curious once Destiny 2 settles down. What do you think? What are you guys thinking?
Are people looking to? Because I've seen a lot of this weekend.
Yeah.
People are just trying to find another looter shooter. Is that what they're trying to do?
Mm-hmm.
Or
I
just
think
trying
they're
to
trying
find
to fill
a
the
name?
void.
Yeah.
It's
because
filling the
I've
void
seen
in
the other side of
general.
it where everyone's saying, well, just play Warframe or just play Division.
I've attempted playing Warframe and I have no interest in diving back into that well.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you never know.
Who says it
until
has to
you
be a
play
looter
it.
shooter? Like, just play
That's-
whatever the fuck
Well, that's
Play
the
games.
big thing. No,
Play
that's the
games.
big
hits
thing.
you, right? I've somehow, it's not all games, but I've somehow like really enjoyed survival games as of, the last, year or two, right?
Mhm.
So that sort of like jumped out at me, and I never sort of liked any of those games like Rust or anything along those lines.
Mhm.
But there doesn't need to be a replacement, and it's not going to be a replacement, and there's not going to be something that's out there right now or may ever come. But just dip your toes in, you might find like a brand new genre that you didn't think so beforehand, right?
Mhm.
So that's
Yeah.
completely up to them and you. I will say that Jesse from Power GPU said, "Yo, Destiny people, if you're looking for a new game, come to Star Citizen." And I'm like, no, like it's it's not gonna be a place like, if that's is what interests you in more of a like space sim, then yeah, like dip your feet into it, but it's not a replacement. No game's gonna be a replacement.
Right.
So
No.
I just think it's silly, personally, for people to do that because there isn't going to be another game like Destiny
No.
for good and for bad. Like, if you are really invested in Destiny, trying to find Destiny elsewhere, it's just not going to work. It's just not. Like, I've spent thousands of hours in Division. I don't love it for the same reason I love
Right.
Destiny. I've spent thousands of hours in the Borderlands series. I don't like Borderlands for the same reason that I like Destiny.
Right.
So, like, it doesn't make sense for everyone to say, well, hey, Destiny's gone, go play this to get that same itch. It's not going to scratch the same itch. It just won't.
Because your experiences with Destiny have mainly been about the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
people and the
that's the thing.
content.
Yeah.
I'm not getting that same people. I'm not getting the same content. And it's like a lot of people that play the PvP side of Destiny, they're not gonna just go play COD. You
Right,
know?
yeah.
It's like it's irrelevant to make that comparison. But you probably will find a game that will scratch a new itch that you either haven't had in a long time or didn't know you had. And I think that's better. If someone wants to say this game is really good, that's different than saying this game is going to be a good replacement for Destiny.
Right. Yeah. If you're wondering where I'm going to be, I'm just going to drop the link to my games backlog here.
Sorry.
Dude, mine is just as bad.
Dude, it's bad. It's very bad. Like, for me, it's one of those things where, like, I love video games. I haven't finished all the video games that I own, even the bad ones.
Where's Poketopia?
On that list? It's not on there. I don't have a Switch.
with his his Switch 2 that he doesn't own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to resolve
Crowdfund
that
a Switch
issue.
2. Let's do it.
So this is that's the list of everything. It's insanely long, dude. That's the backlog. Like, that's what happens. When you like accumulate games, like, those are all the games that are on my Steam. Those are all the games that are on my PlayStation account right now that are sitting there collecting dust, even though they're all digital. It's It's
You
a whole
haven't
thing.
played Stray yet?
No, I haven't played Stray. I own
Stray
it,
is
but I haven't
good.
played it.
Danfinity, what
I haven't
are
played
you
I
doing?
haven't played it. But at the same time, it's like I'm not looking to replace my experiences in Destiny 2 with this stuff.
No.
Like it is all the like because those experiences all came from people. I'm not trying to replace. I'm just going to continue like playing video games. I'm going to continue building out my knowledge of how games are developed and how games like the games that I enjoy, why I enjoy them, and so that I can be more articulate about speaking about games when we have a situation like this where a game like truly touches people's spirit and their soul to the point where like they're upset that a game dies, you know? So that's what I'm aiming for.
Same.
Yeah.
There's too many games coming out. I don't want to say. There's a lot of games coming out that I'm exceptionally excited for, and I know that like take a lot of my time away.
Yeah.
And I've been playing a lot of games just my entire life, but when Destiny was getting content, there were many times that I had to log in exceptionally long hours to make me experiencing this other game work while preparing or still playing Destiny. Like I remember a couple years ago when Horizon Forbidden West came out, I streamed for 27 hours and then slept for 6 hours, then streamed for 30 hours just to beat the game.
Oh my god, dude.
Because it came out like 3 days before Witch Queen.
Yeah.
Oh,
now, I'm not saying you need to
not
do
because
that.
you like loved it, not because it like grabbed you by the bloody hand and jumped down the rabbit hole, but because you had to do it, is what you're saying.
No, I wanted to play it so bad that I put myself through that because I wanted to experience it, but I didn't have the ability to just cruise through it, coast through it.
Yeah.
Because I still wanted to play Destiny right as it came out. So the only thing that's going to change now is when situations like that would have happened. For example, if we still were getting Shadow Cycle in like September, I was already thinking like about a month ago, like, okay, if Wolverine's coming out around this time,
I'm going to have to crunch
there's a
this amount of
chance
time. Yeah.
Basically, the only thing that's not going to be happening for me for a while until another game comes out that I'm covering like I would have covered Destiny. I don't have that crunch for a game anymore. Unless there's like 2 games like that are coming back to back. That is the only positive that if I had to pick a positive, that I don't have to deal with anymore. Now, this is a first world problem.
Yes.
That everyone's going to listen to and say, this streamer, man, like you, but what is he doing? But that because I enjoy gaming so much, I wanted to have my cake and eat it too. I literally did it like a year ago whenever Spider-Man 2 came out. Like I had to because I wanted to play it and then cover other Destiny stuff as well. But there's so many games that I still want to cover that I don't personally have the void of needing to replace Destiny.
Yeah.
Because like we've already talked about, Destiny will still be there. If I want to hop on Destiny, I will still be able to hop on Destiny.
Yeah, there is.
Run strikes, run raids, and all that stuff. I don't need a replacement.
It'll be less about time crunch and be more like enjoyment. Yeah.
So if you are feeling that way, you could definitely branch out and find another game. But I don't think I think it's silly to recommend another specific game to someone who's losing Destiny. It's silly.
I mean,
there's nothing that can replace it, but there's nothing to say that you can't replace Destiny with a new love.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that might take time. That might take time. There might be something. Sorry, Seth. Please go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I think that the news just hit, right? Like it just happened. It literally just happened. And like I think we're also kind of still in the phase of like
over yet.
Well, yeah, but I think there are a lot of people, and like I have to keep remind myself of this because my brain is like the game is gone, quote unquote, but it's not gone. it's just not gonna be.
You have nothing
updated.
new to look forward to. That's the thing.
Exactly, but I think that maybe it's just me, but to me, in my head, at this moment, it's still this idea of like it's gone, it's going away, but it's not going away. It's gonna just be the same, and it's not gonna change.
It's gonna be in
But
stasis.
in my head, it's just like it keeps thinking like it's gone, right? It hasn't moved on from this. Like the news has hit so hard because it was so unexpected. Yes, I know people are saying like we kind of saw it coming. Yeah, for sure. Like I mean, there were some signs, but it's still like it dropped in such an unceremonious way that we're just kind of like hit with it. And in my head, I'm still thinking like, oh my god, it's gone, but it's not gone. And I think we still have to, at least for me, I have to go through of like, no, it's not gone. It's just not going to get new content. It's not going to get like new stuff. It's in this like dormant mode. It's end of life mode, quote unquote. But end of life doesn't mean it's going away because Destiny 1 has been in end of life for how many years now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still playable, right? You can still play Destiny 1. You can still do stuff in the game. You can still like so on and so forth. But I haven't played Destiny 1, so I don't know. But to me, it's like, oh my god, I need to kind of get over this fact of like, no, the game is not going away. It's not like Anthem, which the servers were like just out. It's still going to be there. You're still going to be able to play
different.
it.
If there was servers going
Yeah,
down,
exactly.
we'd be having a totally different discussion.
Yeah, no, I know, but like it's still like you still have to keep that in mind because the news is so quote unquote big and it's a hit. People are taking a hit with it in a way, but you have to keep reminding yourself like, no, it's not going away. It's going to be different. It's going to be different. It's going to be different, but it's going to be the same all the time. And you just have to kind of keep in mind like, hey, if I want to play the game is still going to be there. It's not going to be gone. I will still be able to play it. The community around it, though, I think that's what we have to grieve a lot. The community is going to be completely different.
Yeah. Like what Dan said earlier.
Yeah.
Epic Dan had said earlier about community going away.
Yep.
The people that you play with all the time or that might be like in and around your circles, the combination of communities when like two people like play together, like say me and Dan play together, we've got different communities, all that jazz, and we stream. That's obviously an isolated thing just to us because we stream, but it's people who have like Facebook groups and Xbox groups or a Discord channel or whatever of like this game, and they've made friends, they've been playing for years and everyone knows each other. Now people are going to have like different interests and go off and do other things after
those seasonal players.
The decline
really rough. That's one thing I wanted to mention.
Yeah,
we all have friends or community members who normally would come back around when a new expansion is about to pick up. That's one thing that I already know I'm going to miss. You have those people that are like they play Destiny, but after Destiny's like on a low end of the season, they're like not around. They're not playing much, but
they'll be back.
About to come up.
Yeah,
they're starting to show up. They're trying to get back in. It's those kind of players are the ones you'll miss, and those are like the community members that will probably be the ones worth grieving the most because those are the players that kind of held up expansions and like new seasons. Like, oh, we got hey, that guy's on. I haven't seen him on in 3 months, and they're playing heavily, and you know that they're dipping in and dipping out. And once June comes, they might dip in again, but once they're out, unless they're coming around just to play friend.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's what's tough about all this is like reconfiguring your mind to be like, oh no, just because I don't see them every day, they're still my friend.
Yeah,
like
it's
I have to
hard.
you have to keep the friendship up. You have to show up for people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gray's Tim asks, do you think we'll ever find out how the Fate Saga was supposed to end?
I mean, some devs have talked about it on Twitter.
I think so.
A little bit. So I think we might get some info like that. Not from Bungie, but maybe from like devs.
I can see Allison just coming out and saying, "This is what I was working on."
Yeah, probably. Actually,
I'm sure.
If anyone's hoping for a D3, if anyone's hoping for a D3, no one will say anything.
Yeah.
Like even like anyone that's going to stay on at Bungie or anything like that. But you'll probably hear like
The ones that are
leaks
staying
of
on
people
no,
that have
but yeah.
yeah. You hear leaks of people that have no longer there and be like, "This is what I was working on."
Oh
you know?
yeah.
Mm.
Robert
Sorry,
Brooks
Sam.
has
Please go
been
ahead.
Robert Brooks has been a font of that the past couple like.
Oh my
past
god, I
years.
love
Mhm.
that.
He just keeps
Absolutely
posting
fantastic.
stuff.
Is that the guy that leaked all the information about how they were working on Zevu and they kept getting denied about
Yeah.
making
Yeah.
a Zevu
Yep.
raid and
He
stuff?
also is the one who is like, I know where the Red War files are, but nobody's asking me.
Oh, that's fucking true. I forgot about that.
Oh man.
Mhm.
I adore him.
Oh my god, he's the best. He's
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic. I've always loved him, but ever since he's left Bungie, or well, maybe not by choice.
He's
but
working
ever
for
since
CD
he's
Project
been-
Red now, so
Yeah, I know. But
Hey,
ever
keep working
since
on Witcher
then-
4. Don't
keep it up.
been-
Yeah.
leave him be
But
there.
he's just been like just poking at stuff in super like sarcastic way, but in the best of way. Oh
Yeah.
my god, love that person.
Yeah.
Like, go follow him, please. He's a fantastic. He's just amazing.
Sammy, back to your point. My apologies.
Oh, I think they've even mentioned before though that they don't know fully where it's going
Mm.
until they're starting to like write it and really get into it. They have like a basic outline, but things have changed and stuff throughout it. So I don't know if we would get how many details we would actually get. Yeah.
I just assumed it'd be like a
money is on none.
very broad
Yeah.
and like we thought about maybe this could happen. This
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be anything like super definitive because, like you said, they probably don't know until they start writing it.
Yeah. I mean, they probably
they
have
have
a
an
general
idea.
idea of like who wins, but they might not know exactly
Us, of
like
course.
wrap up
Yeah.
because somewhere it was something about they changed it with the Cade ghost thing at the end of Final Shape. Or something about Cade wasn't
They
supposed to come
changed
back.
town. Yeah.
Something about that, which ended up being a pivotal thing in Final Shape. So I don't know how much they actually all had.
Mm.
We'll never know until the decade is over and people start saying shit after NDAs wear off and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cryo Phoenix asks, with the Destiny franchise going to hiatus, how long do you believe the servers for Destiny 2 and Destiny 1 will remain online?
They still make money. They're still gonna make some money off of it. Not as
Yeah.
much for sure, but like Eververse is still
also-
gonna be
yeah.
there. The bundle is still gonna be there. There's still gonna be new players that are gonna be like, hey, if it's not too expensive, like we were saying earlier,
Yeah.
hey, let me try this game. Let me see whatever. It's still like let's be quite honest. It's not a bad game. It's still a good game. It still has a lot to offer to newcomers and to players that have been playing it for a really long time. It's just that for a lot of us, we've known the quote unquote, and I don't like saying this, but we've known the quote unquote golden age of Destiny 2. So we are a little bit frustrated. I say a little, maybe an understatement, but we are a little bit frustrated by the state of the game currently. But there's still some stuff to be able to do. And even new people that have never played it, let's be real, guys, gunplay is unbeatable.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot find gunplay like that other than Marathon. You cannot find gunplay like that. The story is still good. Now it's a little bit kind of not as linear as it used to be because some of the content, like let's go please talk to Robert and get freaking Red War back.
Yeah.
But anyway, some of the content is gone, but it's still doable. Like it's still a good story, and if you dive into the lore, there's so much. There is so much if you're ever interested about something like that. So
Yeah.
I still see them making a little bit, not as much, but some money off this game. So I think they might keep the servers. And I mean, they still have some other servers to pay for with Marathon. So
When did
I don't know what the
Anthem come
logistics are
out,
with
and
that.
when did
Anthem was
When did Anthem come out?
2018.
Oh, yeah.
and it
sounds right.
shut down last year, right?
Yeah.
7 years.
Was
There
it?
you go.
But who owned it? You know what I
EA.
mean?
EA.
EA did? Well,
EA.
That's,
That was
that's
EA and BioWare.
That's
That's so
EA.
like
Exactly.
you
But
know?
this is a game, right? That was there wasn't much invested in it community-wise because they cut it after a month, right? And basically cancelled everything they had planned and said there's not going to be anything, right? This is a game where there's 7 years of
there is a lot.
content and investment in this game, right? And if they cut it, basically you have to if you're going to make people and people are going to pay for the game, right? At the moment, you have to give them a year or 2 years to be able to freaking play that, because then if you take down the servers, it's an unplayable game, which is what happened with Anthem. That's why they're now getting in trouble about everything. And I think you weren't able to buy the game for, someone correct me, whether it's in the comments of the pod or live here, but I don't think you were able to buy Anthem in like the last year or two.
Yeah, they removed it.
I think
they
they stopped it. Right? So to obviously combat, what I'm trying to get at here is that so at least 2 years, max 10. So
I think the servers will be up for a while.
Yeah.
But my bigger question is, what I'm more interested in is, will they slow down almost to a crawl updates?
Probably.
I mean, how many updates is Destiny 1 getting right now?
It still gets pretty fair amount of updates.
It gets some here and there.
Like
it goes
down and stuff.
Maintenance.
It goes down. Yeah, just the maintenance is what I'm saying. It goes down like...
I get a notification, once a week, every 2 weeks. Like,
but I'm saying, like, what if someone like in 6 months finds some insane whatever where I can fly through the map?
Yeah.
It's like, are they just gonna leave that, or will they like?
I don't think so.
You know what? This would be the best argument for a photo mode ever now.
Oh my god! Please bring that. Oh yes.
I
That's
tried.
I
tried.
You're not the only one. They've tried a bunch of that kind of stuff and they denied.
Psalmlab with the question. How different was the situation with D1? How many years did it coast until D2 was announced? D2 was announced while Destiny 2 was still Destiny 1 had Rise of Iron, and I want to say like we found out about the Age of Triumph the same day that we found out that Destiny 2 was around the corner.
Everything.
And so like
was it a year?
It wasn't. I don't think it was a year.
It was. Rise of Iron was 2016. Destiny 2 came out 2017.
Rise of Iron was September 2016.
Okay.
We got the Age of Triumph's April update, all that stuff in April.
Yeah.
And like in May, they announced everything.
Zard says that it was 6 months after Rise of Iron. So like we didn't have to wait at all. I remember I was still working for Destiny Tracker at the time. I'm not going to say what I was about to say. I was still working at Destiny Tracker about the time. And like that was the first beta that I had gotten into. Did they do something where not everybody got a beta key for it? I want to say there was something like that happening.
Well, for D2?
For D2.
They had like 3 betas, one for like console, one for PC.
I want to say the first one that happened, not everybody got into. And I remember streaming that, and I was like a pig in shit, dude. That was like the most viewers I had ever had up to that point. And like I remember finding the farm and being like, holy shit, this is really fucking cool, man. This is the farm. Just looking for like little secrets in the nooks and crannies of everything that day. Like I remember that distinctly. But yeah, I don't think the follow-up question that they have here is, so does this feel familiar in some way? Is that intentional? I don't think this feels the same at all.
Like that.
No.
Yeah.
But like, wasn't D1 put into end of life because D2 was coming out, quote unquote?
Right.
Like,
yeah. But
wasn't that the whole reason?
But
it was the same.
No. Yeah.
But that's what I mean, right? Destiny 1 ended because Destiny 2 was coming out, quote unquote. Whereas in this case, there's nothing coming out
Yeah.
for us.
After
in
Rise
Destiny,
of
I mean.
Iron, they came out and said that there wasn't going to be a lot of updates
Yeah.
for a while because we're working on the future.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
they came out with Age of Triumphs a little while later. And then also came out with the reveal, and everything started flooding in over like 2 months, like 6 months later. We knew for a few months something else was coming post D1's like Rise of Iron launch.
Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's completely different then.
Yeah,
It's not the same
it was.
thing, unfortunately.
We didn't know at that point. We didn't know D2 was coming out. There might have been some rumors, but like I remember when they first announced D2, and we were all
That was
watching
huge,
it.
dude.
We were
I
like,
remember-
what?
I had friends. There was a podcast called Dad Tales, way back in the day, and I had like 3 of those guys went to
went to
were
Cali?
sent to the California event
Yeah.
reveal, like the Activision did, and like that was a huge thing for them. You know, that was a huge thing in their mind of like, oh, we actually like made it as something other than
It was a
just
huge surprise.
5 dudes hanging around shooting shit. Yeah, it's
You know when they revealed it?
yeah.
March 30th, 2017.
Yep.
So yeah, it was like Rise of Iron came
Here's
out
the
that
reveal
September.
article.
March came around, they revealed it like in conjunction with Age of Triumph. So you at least had something to play in the in between, knowing that what was going on. Yeah, this one's like, this is a situation where
This
it's
is
like,
not the same.
we got nothing, dude. We got nothing, and we're in a
Yeah.
landscape where Sony is so risk averse that they would probably not try it again anytime in the near future.
I mean, I think that's not just Sony. I think it's a lot of
Yeah,
just
that's-
creative fields right now are like, nope.
yeah,
Like that's film industry, gaming industry. A lot of these are just, they're not doing shit.
yeah, man.
Well, so they revealed Destiny 2 on March 30th, 2017. And then this week at Bungie was about the return of the Taken King on April 13th of 2017. So they revealed it and then launched a raid
Mm-hmm.
a couple weeks later. So it was like,
That must have been the challenges in. Yeah, that sounds like the challenges.
Yeah,
When they first came out with the challenges for taking King's Hall. Which would line up. Because they gave us all of the 390s right before they gave us all of the challenge modes. Yeah, they gave us the challenge modes right before Triumph. I don't know, some of this is blurry now. But no, to answer your question, this is not remotely similar
Yeah.
to what we saw in D1.
It's unfortunate.
sadly. All right. Last question of the night comes from Barry. Question for Dan. I think he's referring to this, Dan. With the return of the Callus raid, will you be reenacting the shoot the cup out of his hand moment from your Be Right Back reel? Okay, so for people who do not know what that is, when I was first streaming Destiny 2 and doing Sherpas during that raid, I had a buddy named Drafty whose son Steve really wanted to run the raid, and I believe Steve was 11 or something like that. 12 maybe, I don't know. It's been a while, and that kid, like, I was trying to explain to him what was going on with the cup, and like I believe the words I say immediately are like, all right, so we're gonna kick the cup out of his hand. Oh no, not yet. Oh God. Oh Steve, and like
Yes.
then like all of us go, Steve, no, and so that was the whole thing. He has since graduated college. Or no, he's in the military now. He is now in the military. He's a grown human being. I do not think I'll be. That moment was just so perfect and such its own thing that I don't think that I could go back and recreate it and have it hit the same.
You've got to
same
get
mark.
him on for at least a honorary raid run. Like, you know,
If
That'd
I'm
be
able to
funny.
talk to him, who knows?
just hit drafty up. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I don't know. It's a whole thing. But yeah, so I think the answer there is probably no, but that one's going to be kind of frozen in amber there. Yeah, what so for you guys, what are like some of your favorite moments that came out of like raiding, that came out of playing Destiny 2, activities along those lines?
There's so many.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
are
so
Just
many.
pick one.
many.
Pick one there.
Dude, I don't know. Like, I feel like mainly it's just the friends, like the people I've met, the
Yeah.
friends that I've just gone through, but I've managed to just get better at the game too. I think one of my funniest moment to me, there's like one in particular, because I talked a little bit about this earlier, and I can talk a little bit more since the game is just
Right.
but when I started to play Destiny way more, which was back in Warmind, because I did play Destiny when it came out, but it didn't really hit for me, and then Curse of Osiris came out, and we all know how that went. But I came back towards the end of Warmind, and I was lucky enough back in the day to be in a clan that was made up of a lot of devs.
Mhm.
Like, genuinely, like, a lot of devs were in there. They didn't really say anything about what was coming up, but they would sometimes talk about how certain activity or certain stuff were created and so on and so forth. And one of them, and I still talk about that a lot sometimes, but I still talk to this guy once in a while. The guy who made Whisper, and also the other I can't right now, but he made Whisper. He was one of the guys that worked on Whisper. And then when Whisper came out, back in the day, it wasn't as long, right? You had 20 minutes to do it, and it was a jumping puzzle. And it was a really quote unquote difficult jumping puzzle for a lot of people, especially for me, because I was so bad at jumping in Destiny. But when it came out, I really wanted to complete it because it was a cool activity and it had a really cool gun at the end of it, and so on and so forth. And the dev was like, I will not help you to complete it until you are able to get to the boss fight in under, like, I think he said something like 10 to 15 minutes. And I raged at him. I absolutely raged at him. I was so mad, but he was like, no, like, if you manage to do the jumping puzzle under like 10-ish minutes, I will help you complete it. I mean, the guy knew how to do it, right? He made the whole thing. And so I went out of spite and learned the whole thing over and over again until I could do it. And I remember just being so mad at him and just yelling at him. But he did. He held up his end of the bargain. And once I was able to do it, he helped me finish it and so on and so forth. But this is one of my favorite moments. And then after that, we kind of became like closer, like more friends, if you want. And he also talked to me about Outbreak when he did Outbreak, right? Same thing. He also did when we first find Saint 14 in Destiny 2. You know, like you get to the tomb of Saint 14. He also made that. The whole going back to the Cosmodrome and D2, he also worked on that. And there was a time where I think it was during a Rivals, I was streaming back then, and he came in and we talked about it. And he was super open about it. He wasn't at Bungie anymore at that point. And he was super open about it and just talking. And that's just one of my favorite memories of, like, I had to learn it. I had to learn how to jump. I had to learn how to do the string counter. And he was just always like super generous with talking about how these missions came to be and how he worked on it and so on and so forth. So that's just been like a really good memory for me. And then after that, every time I had like a new light come in and they wanted to learn how to play the game, I was like, you have to go through Whisper. Whisper's the best freaking best, and it's the best way to learn how to jump in the game. So yeah.
Oh, that's it. Bloody like pass on the trauma.
Literally, but
this dev said I couldn't play until I did this. You've got to do the same.
I mean, you want to learn how to jump? Run Whisper. Whisper is going to teach you how to jump in this game, like 100%.
Stand behind that, yep.
I do stand behind that still to this day. Even though you have more time now, I still stand behind it.
Anybody else want to share like a moment from Destiny that kind of defined the experience for you guys?
I can't pick one. It's just a community.
Yeah, the issue, yeah. You're saying
so
moment.
Just pick one.
Like it's... I can't!
I can't pick one.
Dad!
Just pick one!
Fuck.
Oh,
Being able to help
Like,
so many people in the
define, like,
community
what do you
has just
mean?
been such a nice
Yeah.
thing. Like, there's been so many people that I know would have either Destiny or not continued to try to invest their own playtime in Destiny or wanting to get better in Destiny if I hadn't helped give them the push, whether it's just learning to do a dungeon or a raid. And so many people, just the satisfaction of them completing something they probably thought that they would have never done is like, you can't write a better script than that, you know?
Right.
There's no way to like really understand how much, like, you might have done the raid 100 times and that person doing it one time might become a core memory.
No, but I want to genuinely thank people like you, Dan, Bona, like people that have helped, because I have received help multiple times in this game.
I haven't helped.
Well, you have, but you have
No, I
like
really
me
haven't.
so that
I
people were
haven't.
able to
I
think
haven't
that
helped.
they were
I haven't
able to
helped
do
at
it on
all.
their own.
You
I
helped
don't
her
know what I just-
smile, Sammy. You
The
helped
only
her
chirp I've
smile.
done,
Yeah,
I was
you did.
drunk and I don't remember getting to the boss.
But I just genuinely, as somebody who has like I've had
I
help
haven't
multiple
helped.
times by like playing. For me, it was mainly like Carolina Gamer was the person who helped me the most throughout like raids and stuff. But I've played with Dan. I've played also with played with both Dan. I played with Bona too. And genuinely, like to me, that's one of the core things about Destiny 2 that I've had a really hard time finding in other games and other communities.
Yeah.
It's this like core group of people that dedicated so much of their time to helping people achieve things that they may never have thought they would be able to do. Going back to talking with devs, right? I was talking to a dev at some point because it was like in my head, and I didn't realize how genuinely privileged I was in some ways. I was like we were talking about raids and stuff. And I don't know what we were talking about, like how many people do the raids like weekly or like regularly or so on and so forth, right? He was like, I need you to understand. Back it was like, I think it was around Rivals or like around that time. And he was like, I need you to understand that out of the full population of Destiny 2, around that time, maybe around like 10% of people have completed the raid. Like 10% of the population has completed a raid or multiple raids, right? Around that. And he's like, and I want you to understand that out of that 10% population, maybe 10% of that regularly raid. And like that blew my mind. As somebody, like I didn't know that. Like I didn't know the numbers, right? He didn't give a specific number, but he was like, out of the whole Destiny 2 population, maybe 10% have ever completed one raid, like a raid. And then he's like, out of that 10%, 10% regularly raid.
Right.
Like you're not a normal player, quote unquote. You're like lucky to be able to raid as much as you do. And like that blew my mind and that really opened my eyes. So genuinely, as somebody who got lucky enough to be able to raid as much as I did, I want to thank all the people, all the helpers that dedicated their time to help people manage, like to help people complete these activities that are difficult, that require fire teams, like multiple people, because a lot of players don't have as many friends that play this game and so on and so forth. So genuinely, like, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for investing and helping so many people. Because it's
welcome.
a choice. Like, no, genuinely, like, thank you. Because it's not everybody wants to do that. Not everybody's up to do that. And the fact that you guys have done it for so long and still do it, it's amazing.
Like, yeah.
This
Sammy?
is my destiny. I'm not getting emotional. But Destiny started to change my life before Destiny even launched. I'm going to try and show this on stream. But I was so excited. Well, okay, first of all, I was really angry when Bungie decided to give up Halo to do Destiny. I thought it was really, really stupid. I was very, very upset and very,
so
very, very, very angry.
So you're like the people who are yelling about Marathon now. I'm kidding.
No.
Sammy's getting deja vu right now.
But I think it's because I didn't like change and I was in a really rough place in my life at the time. I worked at Activision and I was in a very not good spot. I had a very bad relationship of sorts with a manager, and it ended up leaving me with really bad PTSD. But to get through that, I started getting really excited about Destiny, and I decided to throw that into art. And I grabbed a screenshot from one of the first trailers, and I made this. Let's see if I can do it. It is all dots.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so it's pointillism. Incredible.
It's crazy.
For those of you listening, go over to YouTube and check this out.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is literally millions of dots. It took me over 13 months, I think, to create.
Crazy.
I did it waiting for Destiny to come out. And I didn't complete it until after. But I would stay when I was waiting after work to go home. I would stay and do it, and I would go out in the hallways during break and do it. I carried around this really, really big board and my big box of markers, and Destiny helped get me through an incredibly dark time in my life before Destiny was even a thing, a video game. And Destiny was there when I got sick with my chronic disease. It was there during the pandemic. It was there when I was going through a separation and divorce. It was there when I developed friendships. It was there. It's been here. It has made me a content creator I am today. I have been incredibly fortunate. I've been totally spoiled by Bungie. But I am who I am and a much, much stronger person than I have ever been because of what this game has allowed me to do for myself in content creation. This game is just, this world is something else for me entirely. So I don't have one moment. I have a lifetime.
Yeah.
Incredible, dude.
I've got millions of dots worth. And I want to take a screenshot. I want to have someone take a screenshot of me in game with one of my bows after the update, and then I want to do a pointillism project of that to hang next to this one.
Stream
It's great, dude. Stream it? Yeah. That'd be great.
My poor back. I don't know if I can do that 12 years later.
Okay.
My poor back. Bana, what about you, buddy?
I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
You know, there's for moments and some highlights. It's kind of like you said, moment, but it's highlights. But it's like, you know, the amount of money that so many people have raised individually and together through this game, right? So not only has it changed people's lives, as Sammy's just said, and as I've sort of regarded as well for myself, but like this game, by extension, has raised so much money and helped so many people that aren't involved in this at all, right? And So the people that have received, like Dan knows, Dan every year bloody raises money for a local food group that, feed people, and was raised so much money for that. We've all been involved in the Bungie Foundation. I've done my own work with breast cancer research.
Mm-hmm.
So the amount of money that's been raised through us playing this game is insane. Jinx says, yeah, Guardians Mental Health. It's insane that a group like that came out of this as well.
Yeah, friends of the show.
Yeah, I think moments go straight back to the impact it's had on people, like so far, and that's what we've said it multiple times throughout this, that people don't understand the impact of it all. So, other than that, and other than meeting so many people and meeting people in real life, and there's people that have gotten married and kids that have been born off of people meeting on this game, and it's insane. And I wouldn't be where I am professionally also without it. So there you go. I'll leave it there.
Yeah. Incredible. Yeah, I think those are all the questions fit to print. Eseipha did a wonderful thing here and gathered some like chatter comments here. I'm gonna read a couple off that are really great. Revenant said, so fun fact, Destiny helped me with maths as someone with dyscalculia and much. I struggled with even basic written stuff, but working out DPS and damage resistance for builds, I can do that blind now.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I didn't know that about Rev. I had no idea.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Those cognitive deficiencies are
Tough.
fucking hard.
Yeah.
Having dyslexia. So that's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Excellent fucking job. That's amazing.
He's like one of the most knowledgeable guardians that I know too when it comes to anything.
Same.
So,
I know, like I would have never that is I can't even pronounce most of the names of the weapons with my dyslexia, and the fact that you can just do it in your head, the math, like holy shit.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah. The next one comes from Ashley Foxcult. I've touched and connected so many trans queer people through my band and given them safe space in the music scene, and we only started because of Destiny and meeting my bandmates on it. Like, that's cool. That's rad.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Game's incredible. The people in the community are incredible. Yeah. So, action items.
Is there any?
There is an action item. Go sign the petition, and then show up on June 9th and for the month afterward at least for the Destiny content that comes out. It's not just going to be names alone on a sheet of paper that do this. It's actually going to be action and stuff. For us here at Destiny Digest, if you would kindly follow us on YouTube, get us to that 500 subscriber mark, that would be wonderful. Also, be on the lookout for a link to post your 30-second to minute-long videos talking about your experiences, your favorite moments in Destiny 2, or just Destiny 1 as well. We would be glad to have all those. Without any other further ado, let's tell the people where they can find us on the internet, shall we? We'll go in alphabetical order. Bona, where can people find you, buddy?
You can find me at BonafideHiro.live and find me on every other pathway from there. I do try to stream as much as I can, which is a little at the moment, Monday through to Friday. And yeah, catch me on playing Star Citizen at the moment, and then probably the Black Flag remake in July.
Hell yeah. Epic Dan, where can people find you, buddy?
You can find me on twitch.tv/EpicDan22. YouTube and everything. 22, TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Sky and Twitter.
Hell yeah. Eseipha, Sarah, where can people find you, buddy?
Pretty much just on Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Same name. Eseipha. That's pretty much. I've been kind of quiet lately, but I still snoop around a little bit sometimes, just kind of check stuff out. But that's pretty much the only place I still post stuff on. So pretty much there.
Oh yeah. Samikat, hello. Where can people find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Samikat. And I almost said Samikat Plays, which isn't true. You can find me on social media at Samikat Plays, but then on YouTube at Samikat. But you can also go to Samikat Plays on my Twitter and then look at my link tree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
I hope by the time D2 servers go down, I finally get my outro down. I don't
we'll find out soon enough. Find out soon enough.
I don't
say that. Oh my god.
I guess that leaves me.
Yes.
My name is Danfinity. You can find me on the Twitter and the Instagram and all the other stuff at DanfinityGG. You can also find my website, danfinity.gg. If you want to come and hang out and play some video games with me, twitch.tv/Danfinity. Like I said earlier, we're going to be riding Sunday Helps in Destiny 2 for PvE until the wheels fall off. Those are 9 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's something else. There's something else I was going to say. I was going to say something else. I had it, and now I've lost it. No, I've already said the YouTube thing. I already said that. It's gone. It's out the window. Oh.
No, it's not.
Future of the podcast stuff. Future of the podcast stuff. I think this is probably important to some folks. We're currently talking about stuff when regarding this show. Because if Destiny goes away, does this show go away? So we're currently having conversations about that here. We're talking about what happens if we were to move it forward. Would we have to rename it? All sorts of things. So be mindful of that. If you have any suggestions for what you would like to see, let us know. Thank you so much for listening to episode 139 of the Destiny Digest podcast. And we hope you find what you're grinding for.